Hey you guys doing tonight? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome back to Boulder Talk Radio, episode number 3. Tonight we're going to be talking about a lot's happened today. I think that's a fair assessment to say a lot has happened today. There's been lots of tweets, lots of very odd tweets, and I wanted to get the opinion of one man in particular. I wanted to get the opinion of a man named AH4lfWayCrook, who has been somewhat at the center of this entire situation now for at least the last week. A lot has happened. A lot has transpired over the course of the past 7 days, and I'm hoping he shows up. So he may or may not show up at this point. He hasn't contacted me now in a while. He agreed to it. I'm hoping he fires up on Discord. So we might have to take a few minutes before that whole thing kicks off. However, there's a lot to talk about today, guys. There's a lot. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. So the question then becomes, where the hell to begin? Where do you actually sit there and have this kind of conversation? Because what we are seeing is a father coming out and finally speaking his mind, finally coming out and saying what he can, what he believes he legally can within the confines of this situation. And then, of course, we've got the first appearance of the young woman at the center of this in a week. And it's exactly where one person said she would be. And so that it just raises all sorts of questions, all sorts of issues, and all sorts of things. And so we will be talking about that. We will also be taking live calls here in a bit to get your guys' thoughts, your guys' opinions. So let's just start off with the crazy stuff of the day. And that, of course, is Matthew Vickers and the absolute whatever you want to call what happened on Twitter today. So I do want to quickly point out that there have been some accusations levied at this particular account saying that he is in fact not the person. Oh, we got him here. Okay, so good. Okay. All right. So I just got contacted by a halfway crook. He appears to be here. Let's see what happens. If he's ready to go, we'll get him in. We'll talk about it. Because he'll have better insight into what this whole Matthew Vickers situation is. But I guess we have confirmation that this is in fact Matthew Vickers, even though there are people out there that are trying to say that it's not him, that they're trying to say that this is all one big con, one big faith con, another one to add another notch in her belt, another way for her to pull the wool over the eyes of so many people for whatever gain. We honestly have no idea what the end game is. Is it attention? Is it monetary? Is it sexual? Is it romantic? Is it emotional? Does she want, I don't know, a holographic Charizard from the year of her birth? I have no idea, folks. This has just been pretty crazy. So we'll wait to see here what Chris has to say. He's typing right now. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to start a call with him, and we're gonna get this thing. Let me just make sure that my settings here should be fine. They should be good to go. All right. Starting a call. And let's see. It's ringing. All right, he's not picking up yet. He said he was ready. Hey, Chris? Uh-oh. Let's double check some stuff here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a rough week for you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I know it's kind of been an interesting day too, right? It's been a very interesting day so far.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
Quite a
yeah.
little confusing.
Well, I mean, I've been wanting to ask you some questions, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to get some answers to everything. And I'm hoping that that we can do that. And then also, I do want to make sure that I'm not trying to be sensational. I'm not trying to be over the top or accusatory, but I do have some questions for you. So, first things first. Like, how are you doing in all of this? That's a question that I have.
Yeah, taking it one step at a time.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you one bit. It's been. I heard you last week. I was listening to the stream live when everything went down, and there's been lots of jokes that have been made. A lot of people have been saying stuff, but it really is like you could tell that it deeply impacted you, and that's unfortunate. And I think a lot of people who are watching right now and will be listening to this later on the various channels it's going to get clipped to, because that's just the way things are. I think a lot of people are going to be sympathetic. And I think a lot of people are going to be on your side because they want to, for one, get to the bottom of the situation, I think much like you and myself. And they want to have all the details and have as much information as possible, because it feels that where we are right now, there's such this massive, we don't quite know which way is up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a confusing situation.
It's insanely confusing. So I wanted to do whatever we could to kind of maybe take it back to basics, right? Go back. If we're going to hop into a DeLorean and go back in time, I want to have a better understanding myself over your guys' relationship. Like, I don't need all the details, but like, I'm curious, and I'm sure a lot of people are curious too, because she just turned 18 about a year ago, and I know you're 22, 23, is that correct?
23, yeah.
23, okay. And so you've known each other for how many years now?
4?
4?
About
Okay.
4.
Okay, so you met her when you were about, what, 19, and she would have been 14.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm curious, how did you guys meet?
Through Skype. We were, I'm not sure if you know this, but we were actually horror narrators. And mutual friend just put us in a Skype group.
What exactly is a horror narrator?
Somebody who reads creepypastas on, like, Creepy Smick.
Oh, okay. Got to be careful with that now, because apparently that term is trademarked, apparently. So there's a whole legal dispute over that at the moment as well. But yeah.
Did that shit, yeah.
That's some fucked up stuff. It's another topic. Okay, so that's how you guys met. You guys bonded over your mutual love of creepypasta, which makes a lot of sense. And
okay, I see how that is.
Well, no, what I mean by that is like finding mutual interests, finding something to bond over. I don't mean that like
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I just I have friends who are like super into horror, and that's how they found each other, and it is how it is. So you guys were friendly, and then you frequently referred to yourself as her significant other. How did that come to be?
Well, I was just chilling one day, and actually I was just gonna leave social media altogether, so I was like, fuck it, I'll play my heart on my sleeve to her, and she said I love you back. Okay.
All right. No, that can happen. And how long into the friendship was this?
2 years, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Okay. So you were
When she was 16. So
okay. So she was 16 and you were 20, but you guys have never met. I just want to reiterate that point. Okay, because there are some people out there that would classify that as a grooming scenario, and that is something that I think at this point is worth it's because that's something that might come up. You've known her for a long time. She was a teen. You were a little bit older. I don't want to go too far into the details of it. But in your position would be, this is something that is, at least in your mind then, you thought this was genuine.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were, would you say that you were willing to wait to be with her until she, until she got to a certain point?
Yeah. I mean, that was the original plan.
Okay. I just want to make sure that, we're not, it's a tough situation to discuss when asking questions, because you don't quite know.
It's not like I was going out like, oh, give me your nudes, you're 16. Fuck yeah, no.
Okay.
I actually cared for it.
Sure. No, I understand that. And personally, I don't think I want to know if any of that had happened, because it's not my place to ask, for one, and two, I don't, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to know that information personally. But the way you would describe it is that you guys were in an online committed relationship. You had expressed feelings for one another, and you were waiting until when to meet, I guess.
Until, I have enough cash.
Okay.
To actually move her out here. That's just expensive.
Yeah, no, I get that. And because she's from Northern California and you're from New Mexico, correct?
Actually, I started the relationship in Michigan, and then I moved to meet my dad I've never met, and to be close
Okay.
instead of.
All right. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so let's so as far as you knew, for the last couple years, you guys have kind of been each other's one and only.
Yeah, yeah, as far
Okay.
as I know.
All right. Let me. I'm being told you're a little quiet. I'm just gonna raise you up a little bit. I'll lower me a bit. I have to have a fan on. It's squelching hot in this room. So okay.
I know.
Yeah, it's goddamn summer. Gotta hate it.
I live in the fucking desert.
Yeah, no, I live in Washington, but it's hot as balls and I have no AC. So that's the unfortunate side. Okay. So now I'm trying to think of like where I want you guys, according to you, were an item. And from some of those DMs that you were posting last week, it does appear that she still considered you her SO, correct?
Yeah, yeah, significant other.
Okay. Okay. And so you had you were aware of the situation with I kind of want to go back. When did you become aware of Ethan Ralph? When did that come into your purview?
Okay, I've had this question. When I became aware of Ethan Ralph originally,
Yeah.
2016, Gamergate.
Okay. Well, yeah, cuz you had mentioned that you mentioned before that you guys were aware of me from back then. And so
Of
you
course.
okay. And so then
Yeah,
you
I followed that train wreck around.
yeah, well, it's yeah, I think we can agree it's been about 6 years. It's a bit of a train wreck. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually tomorrow, the 18th is going to be 6 years from when I was DMCA'd by Zoe Quinn. So, yeah,
Oh
6 years
shit.
tomorrow. That's
I remember that too.
yeah,
Wow.
wow. That's fucking crazy. So all right. So anyway, so you were aware of him from 2016, and from what I saw earlier today, Faith started interacting with him on Twitter earlier this year around the beginning of February. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, somewhere.
Okay, okay. And at the time, were you aware of those interactions?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
All right. And did you suspect anything, or did you get any weird vibes out of any of that?
Not really, no, because I mean, originally, you don't go out fucking like, hey, what's up, potty, if you want to start a friendship.
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand that completely. There's I get that. So according to you, so I'm trying to create a timeline for people who are watching and like get some questions answered and get a better understanding of this. So earlier this year, you were aware the two of them were talking, but you were unaware of any kind of private correspondence.
Right.
Okay,
I
and
was.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I also a month into their friendship, I actually uh told her that I didn't want him any interaction between the two because the guy's in trouble.
Yeah, I think at this point we can fully ascertain that the man is definitely troublesome. So you told her that, and then she clearly didn't listen.
Clearly not.
Clearly didn't listen. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the most polite ways to like respond. So if I come across like direct, I apologize.
No, no, no. You're good. You're good. I mean, yeah, she crossed some major
Yeah,
boundaries.
yeah. I would argue that it would definitely be. There was a lot of boundary crossing on multiple fronts, from what it appears. So you now here's my. So you did not know that she went to Los Angeles to meet Ralph back in June, correct?
Correct. She actually told me that she was going to a funeral that her grandma was dead or something.
Wow. That's I kind of you never want to evoke the dead grandma. What the fuck? That's some karmic shit right there, man. That's old,
Mhm.
abuela coming back to get you from the grave. So
Yeah, right.
so you gotta yeah, you never fuck with the dead grandma, man. Seriously. Okay, so she you were so she told you she was going for a funeral. And did she give you, like, what excuse did she give you when she was going up and leaving weeks later to go to Richmond, Virginia? Did she give you an excuse?
Yeah, she said that she was going to go live with her cousin.
And does that cousin exist?
No,
Okay.
no, they do.
Now, one of the things we've been learning today is that Faith not only lied and manipulated you in these regards, she also did the same to her father, Matthew. And because
Yeah,
he's been tweeting up a hell of a storm today. And in part, because, last week when you were doing your stream before the incident, and I saw that he had tweeted pretty disparaging things about you, alleging that you were not a good person. I think the words were like stalker or creep, and that you had sent, like, nude photos of yourself to her when she was underage. Those are the accusations he had made. And today, if it appears that he has maybe not retracted that entire statement, but clearly has altered his viewpoint, because I think he realizes now that there's been a larger con at play. Would you agree?
hmm yeah, yeah.
And
I would agree.
have you spoken with him yourself at all? Have you ever spoken with him?
Yeah, yeah. I actually have a like 98 fucking email correspondence with her, like 98 emails in the chain.
Between you and Matthew Vickers, her father?
Mm-hmm.
And can you confirm, at least to the best of your ability, that the Matthew Vickers on Twitter is her father?
Oh yeah, that's definitely him.
Okay, because there's been a lot of accusations that this is another one of Faith's uh, long cons, to have taken over her father's Twitter account or a Twitter account, and then LARP as him as a way to further delineate the conversation.
No. That's definitely Matt. That is
Okay, okay, so that's him, and it looks like it's him because some of the things he was saying, I think a pissed off father would be saying. One of the things that cracked me up today, and maybe you can answer this one for me, is I saw a tweet from him where he was talking about how good of a shot Faith is. Did you see that tweet?
yeah, I did.
And my take from that was that it was almost like a thinly veiled threat. Like, my daughter's going back to you. She knows how to shoot, and you posted this video. You know, so
She actually does. Faith does know how to shoot. She's a very good shot.
she's a very good shot. Okay, so
Yeah,
basically, if Ethan runs afoul of her, she'll be able to hunt him down pretty quickly.
she has a gun.
With her?
I don't know. I don't know if it's with her, but I know she has a gun.
Well, given how her father has talked about the guns that he's posted on social media and made the claim that he owns a lot more than the ones
Oh
that we have
God, dude.
seen.
They own a whole cabinet of guns. They own like 14 shit. Yeah, they're crazy with
Wow.
their guns. They, yeah.
Well, Northern California, yeah, there's a lot of people who love firearms in Northern California.
That's nothing against anybody. I'm just saying that far. So yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. So you've read the commentary today. And thank you, Jake Club, for the $5 super chat. Keep it going, man. Jarbo off the cuff is gold. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So, okay. So you've been reading all these tweets. You've been seeing all this conversation. What do you think? What mindset do you think Matthew is in regards to Faith? Do you think it's like disillusioned? Do you think it's anger, like he might want revenge? Because there's been a lot of that speculation about potentially, like, while he was in DC, I guess he was in DC. I'm not too sure now if he was actually out there or not. But
Yeah,
what?
he was out there. I have pictures of from Faith, with her parents.
Okay, so you've still been so you've still been in communication with her.
No, but I'm saying that those are pictures from before this
Well,
happened.
what do you mean from before? That's what I'm kind of curious on, because
Well,
like,
I mean from before the when she was actually talking.
okay, well, I mean, yeah, well, was she still talking to you when her parents were on their way out there?
Well, she was talking to me when her parents were there.
Oh, okay. So now I'm trying to make sure I have my dates correct. Matthew Vickers says that he hasn't spoken to Faith since the August 10th, so that would be a week ago. That would be the night. It's been a week. It's been a week since that live stream, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so he hasn't spoken to her since then, apparently. And I think at that point they were probably already in town. Okay, there's been so much happening. I've been trying to make sure that my dates are correct, and I might have just gotten those wires crossed. So,
Well, she was in the hospital at that time. They were talking through doctor.
oh, I see, I see. So she was at the hospital, and this is where she had. I'm assuming, and I'm assuming that her being in the hospital like that probably has a lot to do with threats against her persons, and this being more of a mental health situation.
Well, the thing about Faith is when you're mad at her,
Yeah.
it's weird to say this,
No,
but
say it, man. Take your time. It's all good.
when you're mad at her, she will threaten self-harm.
Okay.
So it's kind of like oh shit, I get mad, I have to think about this. Just talk her out of it or whatever.
So she threatens
She
self
didn't
harm pretty
yeah,
often.
she did that a lot whenever I was mad at.
Okay. And was this a pretty frequent occurrence?
Yeah, I would say every time I had a problem with her. Yeah.
All right. And would you classify her as being suicidal or just seeking attention? That's a question a lot of people have.
She definitely has problems with depression
Okay. Because
and
one of the
stuff.
things that I saw her dad asking today or saying today was that he doesn't know yet if this is just another attention seeking game, and that's kind of what it feels like to me, just as an observer, is that the last week, the last couple weeks, few weeks, month even, has been this, almost like this attention game because, I wasn't fully aware of the situation until a couple weeks ago. And even then I was trying to gather as much as I could. So from my understanding, she went out there to go be with him. She clearly was talking to you during all of this. The DMs you showcased last week, were you guys still doing like your Instagram hangout videos where you were watching Buffy? Was that still happening?
Yeah, it was.
So how do you think if she was living with him and you thought she was living with a cousin? I really wonder, like, was this happening while the kill stream was going on?
Um, maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. Okay. So,
Maybe it happened when he was out because apparently he goes out of his house a lot.
well, see, that's the thing. That's what Aid, his ex, had said that he didn't do. She claimed that he always stayed by himself, and that this is a big, that was kind of a thing, a point of concern. But it does appear that from the story fire videos and from those kind of going outside, like it with her being there, he maybe was more active. That could be a situation. So during all of this, you guys were, I don't want to like go too into it. I know people want details. I can see people in the chat like, dude, they want details. Would you say that during this particular time when she was with him and you guys were talking, that like I saw one photo where she sent you like a picture of her cleavage, and so I haven't read through all those DMs yet, but it looked like there was, was this a pretty frequent thing? Is what I'm curious of. It like, did you guys frequently exchange those kind of like sexting and those kind of photos?
Yeah, we did. Well, more her because I don't think I have a good looking body, so
Okay, so she would send you photos of her,
yeah,
like the one that was in that DM.
yeah.
Okay,
She'd
so
send me more too, like pictures of her in the shower and shit.
at his house,
Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ. I can't believe, no fucking way. Like, really?
Yeah, yeah. In a sense, I cucked Ethan Ralph, I guess.
Well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess it kind of goes both ways, to be fair. It does. It kind of. I mean, he kind of played that
Ooh.
ultimate card that was like very wrong and should not have done. Obviously, but I guess you heard it here, folks. Halfway crook Chris says he cucked Ethan Ralph in his old house. I mean, if Faith is sending him nudes while she was with Ethan in Ethan's shower, no less. That's
And she was Instagram videoing me from the shower too, from his house.
I know people are going to ask for proof. I personally am not, but I don't think you would share it anyway, and I think that's fine.
The proof doesn't exist because it was a video call.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do want to say one person here. A cat says it's fucked. This girl is fucked to get out. Chris, I agree. But if you had no knowledge of any of this, that's the kicker. That's what I keep going back to in my own head. It's like, you are a person in this situation who was being manipulated. I mean, she's keeping up this front. She's maintaining this online relationship with you while she's sending you, a video chat while she's nude in the shower. I'm assuming there's other forms of sexting that was going on. And all while she was underneath the roof of the Gunt. So, I mean, clearly she's playing both sides. And I'm curious, like, it's been a week, and like, do you still hold those feelings for her? Are you still wanting to work things out?
No. No, I
Well,
don't think I do.
I think that's for the best, to be honest with you. Because I'm sure this last week has been pretty crazy. And now, did you happen to see today the photo that Ralph posted of him and her?
Yeah.
And I'm curious, like what your thoughts were on that, to be honest.
He can have her. She's a fucking headache.
You had it, folks. Quote that, clip that, tweet that, send that. You can have her. Chris to Ralph. She's a headache. Clearly. We've witnessed this happen right here. I get it, man. I get it. And I think everyone here in the chat, I think they're with you on this one. A lot of people have seen this thing play out. They're not happy with the way that it's played out. They feel that a lot of people have been getting used and getting injured. I mean, I guess, I want to ask this, and I only want to ask it for the sake of objectivity. And I'm kind of curious if you feel like, is she also, do you think Ralph is a victim in this as well? Not his actions. You can't, no, that's 100% all him. But I mean, what might have led up to that taking place? Do you think that he has been also played in this scenario?
Oh yeah, definitely. Everybody was played in this scenario. Fucking Faith played everybody like a fiddle.
But why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe she's a sociopath.
Yeah, I could see that being an issue. Has she ever physically harmed herself before that you are aware of?
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of times.
Okay, so that might be, and that's just something. Well, I guess, like, do you feel that eventually she will turn on Ralph as well?
Oh yeah, dude. I think that relationship is totally fucked. I mean, there's not going to be any trust between those two after all of this is settled.
So, okay, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I think a lot of people agree with you. So then the question becomes, why do you think Ralph has gone back to her? Why do you think he didn't do a show tonight? He drove the 2 hours from Richmond to DC to pick her up from the hospital, and this is coming after he said the other day that he didn't do anything. And I will hold on to that thought, but I want to ask you about that too. But, he went out to DC the 2 hours, picked her up, posted a photo after saying that he's going to keep his relationship with her a secret. and not post about it online anymore. What makes you think, or what's your opinion of that? Like, what's your take?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Sorry. You know, with
Yeah,
what he did,
it
you
was
know, why
something.
do you think he would do what he did? Why do you think he went to DC today to go pick her up?
Oh, because he doesn't want her to be homeless.
He doesn't want her to be homeless?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who posted literal revenge porn to hurt you, you know? Like, I mean, do you think he's got that much of a heart in him to not want her to be homeless? I know it's a tough question. I'm asking it because, like, I'm trying to understand his perspective, and you know her well. So, what do you think she might have told him in order to make him come back? Because it appears that she's quite good at that.
Yo.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. I just I don't know, just
Sure.
just
No, you
quick
know, fine. That's
continue.
fine. You know, we can move on past that. We can move on past that. I don't want to press you too hard. I get it. Dude. It's been a tough week, and I'm trying to better understand it myself. And you're the one person I think that has a lot of insight into her mentality, and why, you know, because there's been a question. And look, I'll be honest with you. I've been in, you know, similar situations when I was younger where, like, I thought a girl liked me. We were out on dates, and then it wasn't going that direction, you know? So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of guys have been there. Um, I guess, you know, what I'm curious about the most here is, do you think you and Ralph were the only two? Or could there be more people?
There could be more people. Who knows?
Yeah. Because there's been accusations that
Possibility.
she was raising money for a charity, and people have wondered if that money actually went to the charity.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
no, yeah, those I've seen the receipts on those. Yeah,
okay.
they have gone to the charity. In fact, if you the archive on our whole Twitter should show like picture receipts and
Okay,
shit.
show those. I haven't seen those archives myself, although I guarantee you they will be sent to me. Um, Now, do you think that, going back to Matthew here, some of the things he said today alluded to there being a potential civil lawsuit at some point in time, or potential criminal action? Do you think he would have contacted the local Richmond district attorney or the police in order to file a complaint? Do you think he might have done that?
Oh yeah, no, he totally did. For a while, Ralph wasn't. What I understand, Ralph wasn't allowed into DC.
Because that would then take him out of the state of Virginia, correct?
Right.
Okay. I know there's been probation. There was accusations that were made last week about him traveling to Michigan with aid outside of the purview of his probation, and that's something that's been discussed heavily. And I'm sure people have been, you know, pining over what to do with that information. But
It was PO.
yeah, well, I don't know who his PO is. I have no idea, and I don't know if anyone knows who his PO is. I have no knowledge on that front. So you know, going forward, like, my question, what are you going to do now? Like, how are you going to move past this situation?
Oh, I'm talking to someone I met on Plenty of Fish.
Yeah,
We're very close.
I saw that you were posted on that you posted on there. I saw that tweet from you today. I would, dude. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'd really, really, really recommend not talking about Plenty of Fish or any other public things like OkCupid, because I saw some people saying that it's possible you could get catfish, and I do think that could be an actual possibility. So
Maybe.
just be careful. I'm saying this as like a concerned third party. You know, like I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but really it's like if you're out there and you're having a bad time because of the situation, you feel like you've been used and abused and thrown out, and you have every right to feel that way, and at no point should anyone tell you differently. But then to go out and say you're trying to seek, you know, a relationship from Plenty of Fish, someone out there might try to find you because your pictures are out there, and then go and mess with you. So I'd be very careful, is what I'm trying to say. You know, if you can't do like two-party verification, you know, something along those lines. Just to continue to protect yourself, because I mean, I think you got fucked with. I think you got fucked over. I think Ralph hurt you in a way that, fuck, dude. I feel it's bad, and I feel bad. Like I feel really bad for you. So do so many other people, because you didn't know what was happening, and he did something that, like, he then took no responsibility for. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, no, some intimate recordings of me and my girlfriend came out, and people learned a few things. Yeah, intimate that you leaked, you drunken fuck. You know,
Yeah,
like,
it was this little tiny itch.
yeah, little baby
God
dick.
damn it,
It's
it's so small.
like a baby carrot.
It really is. It's like a carrot that like is half like eaten. It's just fucking with the skin.
Half-eaten baby carrot.
Traced it across the thing so tiny.
You will. I mean, like, do you feel in any way like you kind of dodged a bullet on this particular situation? Do you feel like,
Oh fuck yeah.
because I mean, you know, it must suck, but at the same time, you look at that and you're just like, well, if she's gonna throw me away for what, you know, what looks like a little like Keebler elf dick, then, you know, you're better off finding someone who won't.
Exactly. I also see what kind of person she actually is, and it's not the person I fell in love with. The person that she is now is a
Well,
monster.
do you? I I don't disagree with you actually. As I said the other day in my live stream about it, I don't feel that she is as much. I think there are elements of her being used by someone like Ralph, because he's trying to capitalize on dating this 18-year-old girl who is clearly having mental issues, and he obviously plies her with alcohol, which in of itself is a crime. He posted, you know, this tape to you, which was designed to intimidate and harass you, which is not only that in and of itself is a crime, but its intent was actually another class 1 misdemeanor under Virginia law for harassment. So both of those together would come with a 2-year jail sentence and up to $5,000 in fines. And that's the thing is, you know, he's kind of a career criminal on this front. And he's going to keep, at this point, his absolute avoidance of any responsibility, which I just can't fucking believe that a person who holds people's feet to the fire like he does takes no responsibility for anything that he's done. And I don't know at this point, because what I read was that Faith found out about this from the doctors. That's according to her dad. She only knew about
Yeah,
this, and she
yeah.
still went back to him. She still allowed him to come pick her up. That's what I don't get. Is it just like, did he cry on the phone? Do you think? Did he, you know, prompt, baby, I love you, baby, I'll never do it again, you know, sort of thing? Like, I was drunk and
I think
stupid.
I think it's fear. I don't think she wants to face what she's, and the easiest way to avoid that is,
To just go back.
oh yeah,
I mean, okay, you know, if her parents disowned her and she's got really no friends out there, and
oh dude, every single friend that I talk to, trust her. Why were you fucking with her? Who was this? What the fuck did? Why did you introduce me to this person? People are blaming me, and I think it's,
yeah, no, I get that. So do you think at some point in time she's going to find a way. Like something's going to happen where she's just going to utterly fuck over Ralph.
Oh yeah.
Now, I guess, and this is just something I would like to ask you on a personal level: is are you kind of looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to what it is. But yeah, she's definitely the kind of person that when she wants something, she's gonna get it.
Sure. I get that. I get that. And what do you think it is? But you have no idea really what it is that she wants.
No.
Okay. Well, none of us do outside of her. Maybe Ralph's got an idea, but I don't think he's going to be talking about it. I personally think right now, because of the situation, it's almost like he got her pregnant, if I'm being fair. It's almost like he got her pregnant. It's because it's that whole like shotgun wedding. I am now tied to this person because of my actions situation.
Mm-hmm.
And because he knows
I think
that,
so too.
yeah, the optics for what he did, we know he did this despite him being a little bitch and fucking squirming out of responsibility. He, I guess, privately is taking responsibility by providing her with room and board, you know, and everything else because his jealousy, and that's what it was, by the way. It was all jealousy over him being cucked by you while she was living in his house. Like, yeah, they had sex, fine, we know that. But like she was still with women, with men it's more physical, with women it's more emotional, and I think most men know that. And so if she's
Yeah.
sending you that stuff, that's gotta fucking hurt him because that does make him less of a man. And so the only way to hurt you
I
was
mean,
to show that he was less of an actual man, if you know what I mean. No, so smell.
that's what
So
I'm.
smell.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever she needed a shoulder to cry on, who the fuck did she come? Me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I get that. And there's the emotional connection, physical connection, all that jazz. I mean, I personally, I've seen what I have seen. I don't understand how a physical attraction could necessarily be there. I figure just sitting on an uneven dryer would get the job done, and it would be less emotionally embarrassing than that whole thing out there. Because what bothers me, and I want to get your take on this, and then we can probably start winding it up because I don't have many more questions. But her father said today,
No, nah.
"It's all right. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, no.
All
I'm
right,
good.
cool, man." But her father said today that she consented to the tape, but didn't consent to its release. And I'm
Yeah, that's
curious
true.
what you think about that.
Well, she's an idiot for consenting to the tape in the place.
Do you think she was under um, any kind of alcohol or drug, any kind of um, what's the word I want to use here? Any under the influence at all?
Well, yeah, her fucking slurring her words like a motherfucker, man.
I didn't hear her really say anything. That might just be me internally blocking out what I saw. Something so horrible, disgusting, and nasty that you just want to make sure you never think of it ever again. It's possible. I don't really want to go back through with a fine tooth, forensic comb and like become an internet detective. Enough people have already done that.
He's
Enough
Reddit detective.
enough people have already gone full Reddit. They've already brought the fedoras out. They've. I mean, I have a feeling even like Matthew Vickers himself has like reviewed that tape frame by frame like a fucking Zapruder film, looking for any kind of evidence he can use to go after Ethan with. He seems like the kind of guy who would do that. He would obsess over it, like because she had made those claims about having an abusive family, correct?
Yeah, 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 she did.
And and obviously at this point now you probably have a different interpretation of those accusations.
Yeah, she was going on like Motley Crue on it, like fucking your dad was throwing great crosses at her,
Oh,
pinning her against the wall and choking her out and shit, and none, none of that fucking happened.
did she ever
No.
provide video or photo evidence of this?
No, no.
But you had no reason to not believe her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, not only her dad, she told that I was a stalker or whatever, but she also told a bunch of my personal friends that I was a stalker, that I was pretending to be in a relationship with her and shit. So there's something you can take on.
Yeah. Well, no, and you did prove that you were in a relationship with her by those
Yeah.
by those DMs. I mean, you proved it beyond a shadow of a doubt. There were things that she had said in there that kind of corroborated what Aid had said to PPP and Godwinson the following day. There were elements in there that, I mean, was you can start to get a better idea of the situation involving at least Ralph and how he lives and then also what was going on. So I guess before I let you go, well, would you be interested? Because I know there are people that want to call in and ask you questions. Would you be open for that, or do you not want to do that? It's fine if you don't.
Yeah, dude, I'm open for anything. I'm pretty
Okay.
high right now.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll open it up for about maybe 45 minutes because I still have my own training to do tonight. I have to get ready for my other job. And I'll move you into my Discord, and then we'll drop the link, and people could come on in, and we'll do one question. Let me just set this up here. We'll do one question, and then we will take it from there. But I think that would be something, because I know some people want to talk to you. They got questions. All I ask is that you guys just be respectful. Chris is giving us his time. He's being honest and open. I appreciate that. This isn't a gotcha thing. I'm not trying to fuck you over. I'm just looking for information myself, as I think a lot of people are. So let me just get that. Okay. And all right. So I sent you that link. And okay. So I'm just going to hang up with you, join there, go into the general chat, and then I'll bring you into the streaming, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so thanks. I'll talk to you in just a second. All right, let me just go and bring that up. So yeah, thank you very much so far to Chris for coming on in and doing all that. I really appreciate him cruising on in and talking to us. I feel really bad for the guy, I really do. Let me once again get that in there. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so once he joins and just say something, I guess, in the thing. Okay, there we go. I have a verification server, which is why I have to put you in. Okay. All right. So yeah, so you're verified, so just go on into the general chat. Let me get the invite link, and we will go from there. Okay. The Light in the Darkness radio says the Gunt is an eldritch horror. Yes. Shidoko says, now a moment to talk about our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. There we go. Okay. There we go, guys. Okay, so there is the Discord link. That's out there now. And, okay, all you have to do is go into the general voice, and I'll drag you into screening. So just head on in there. Let me see. Let me just turn. Okay, I'll just message him real quick, 'cause he's not in there yet. All right, and yeah, so you guys can come on. If any mods, if any of my channel mods right now are watching, just go into there. It's in. Okay, I'm gonna have to probably end up doing this myself, which is going to be a problem. I need to add more mods. All right, we'll figure it out here in a second. We're taking a quick break here, guys. We'll figure this one out. Yeah, Raid Shadow Legends. It's a terrible thing. All right. Okay. I am seeing a lot of new people popping on in. My mods last night were just laughing. They're like, wait, where do all the fuck these people come from? Okay. Got you back. Can you hear me okay? Chris, can you hear me okay? Right, he's
Yeah,
in
I
here.
can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can
so
hear you.
people are coming in. As I said, guys, just go and join the once I'm gonna just post something in the verification room, and then I will I'll just post this here. Go to hold on. General okay. There we go. And so once people join in there, I'll drag in one at a time, and like I said, just be respectful of it. It'd be great. So, all right. As we're doing that, I guess here's my question. So now you just kind of plan on starting over, correct? That's your next step.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's my next step. Move on, find someone new.
Good. Well, I mean, do you feel like you have to? Because you've been in this relationship for like 4 years, right? This
Yeah.
is an emotional thing for you. I mean, like, you know, did you talk to anyone about this over the last week? Did you go and talk to any counselor? Did you get any advice? You know, just to kind of make you get through it, okay?
I'm sort of a like the kind of person who likes to deal with things on their own. So I've just been smoking a lot of pot and thinking about
Sure.
it, and it's helped.
Sure, I get that. I get that. Yeah, smoking lots of pot, thinking about it. Okay, we got some people that are in the general voice right now that are waiting to come on in. I'm just going to do one at a time, guys, and be very. If you know if you're a dick, I'm going to boot you. I'm just going to be honest with you. Let's ask Chris some questions, but definitely keep it cool. All right. So I saw Molly Berry. Molly Berry, you're on.
Hello?
How's it going?
Hello.
Have a night. Good stream so far.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I had a question. How much chain link are you holding, Matt?
I don't have chain link. I had a Ripple, and it's fucking valued at shit.
You should have bought chain link. $20.
Apparently, I should have. That's my own problems when it comes to buying cryptocurrency and the dirt cheap. I got some bad intel. Do you have any questions for Chris?
I guess. What did you think when Ralph sent you the famous tape on Instagram during your stream? What through your mind?
It was mainly just shock.
I get that. I freaking get that, dude.
Now, at first, you said that it was like some random Pornhub girl, is I believe the wording you used. But
Yeah, like at
yeah.
first I thought it was like, man, that ain't her, you know. And then, you know, the realization hit, I guess.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. I understand. So, but you, I mean, once you kind of went silent, and I know a thing or two about going silent on a live stream. You went silent, and then you ended the stream. Did you watch the whole thing from start to finish, or did you just watch enough to verify it and then shut it off?
I actually haven't watched the whole thing. I just got verification from Mr. Vickers and the Kiwi Farms.
Okay, yeah, that's I think that's for the best. To be honest with you. So, all right, Molly Berry, thank you very much for the crypto advice. I appreciate that.
Can I say one thing?
It depends.
I just wanted to ask, since why is PPP afraid of me?
I don't know who you are for PPP to be afraid of you.
He talked about my DMs for like an hour on stream once.
Who is? I don't know.
I'm important, Matt.
Okay. Well, bye. Mr. I don't know who that guy is. I mean, this is my Discord server, bitch. I'm the one who's important. Anyway, no, thank you very much for coming on in. I appreciate that. Apparently Malaberry is a troll. So and that's going to happen. You're going to get this when you get people calling in, talking and whatever. The key is to just have fun with it and roll with it. I mean, you might get some questions asking about about how you feel in these certain situations, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to bring in Cognitive Thought is here. He's been talking a lot about this. Cog, what's going on, man?
Oh, not too bad at all.
I've heard about this guy.
Yeah, Cog is
I-
he's been kind of
What's
balls
up,
deep
man?
on the situation like all week.
Oh, massively. I've been through all of your DMs and stuff like that through the video and stuff.
Oh
I don't know.
fuck me, I'm gonna
I
have to
think.
watch that.
Oh yeah, like your DMs and stuff are all on there. Like, it was. I guess that was like your first time streaming because obviously you'd had conversations with Faith about being a little bit worried about doing your streams.
No, this is not the first time streaming. I actually have a gang of streams where I just don't talk.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough.
So
Like I said, it's
that's
just from the messages. And
yeah,
stuff.
that's a stream where I do the most talking.
You've obviously say that you had conversations with Faith about having like kids together. Was this like in real life? Because I know you also had conversations about just having babies in Sims.
Yeah, this was in real life. This was we were just like planning out a son's family.
Okay, like I said, I'm just
Good to be-
asking because your Sim stuff and everything. Because you have Instagram accounts or whatever for your Sims or something. Is that right?
Yeah, goddamn right. I'm proud of that shit
Wait,
too.
wait. You have Instagram accounts for your Sims?
Goddamn right.
That's wow. I'm not even. That's fucking dedication, man. Like that's.
Hey, people have Instagram accounts for their fucking dogs. Why can't I have one for my Sims?
I no. Hey, I'm not. Yeah, no. I get it, man. I get it. I just like I've been a gamer my entire life, and I've never thought about like opening up a fucking Instagram account for like my character in State of Decay. You know.
Oh, dude, I'm getting followers too. I got like 10 new followers in like the last fucking week, and I haven't posted anything.
Well, well, I had heard, and I don't know, Cog, if you've heard this as well. I've heard that you've got like over 190 different like, I think it's like either social media accounts or like dating profiles or something. Someone sent me something. I don't know how much I did. So I mean, well, from what that says to me is that you're pretty active online. Like, is this kind of where you spend most of your life?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like everybody else.
No, that's true. I mean, here we are talking about online drama, fucking on a Monday. You know,
Have you only dated like people online? Obviously, with Faith, like being online, and obviously you've not met her in real life. Have you actually dated anyone in real life?
No, Faith was my first and probably last online.
Oh, don't be gay.
relationship.
Don't be gay. Don't be gay. No, don't be gay. You're young. That's all it is. And she's the first person that you decided to ironically put faith in.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a negative. It's just that you've got to remember that everything's not a Disney cartoon, and women aren't looking for the guy who just wants to love and fill with all these words and stuff. It's something that should be given to them over time, like a respect sort of basis. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and like I said, I was trying to provide that. It's just.
I don't know. With
It's
some of the
expensive.
messages,
It's
the back and
expensive
forth
to-
messages that you, like I say, the back and forth messages you have with Faith are very, I don't want to say obsessive, but I mean, because you claim it's like, oh, we just do this. It's the way we have this back and forth with just bombarding each other with messages and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know. To me, it's like if I came back to even a girl who'd messaged me that much, I'd be like, whoa, this person's a little bit weird. Do you know what I mean? If it was just like constant fucking messages.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's just something to recognize next time you go into something. Maybe if you if you want to get close to someone, sometimes it's best to take caution instead of just throwing your heart in there straight away. I'm trying to be helpful here if this is any good advice for you. So.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're good. I'm see the problem with me is that I care too much. I do. I care way too fucking much
Yeah,
sometimes.
but you need to care. And there's nothing wrong with caring too much, but you need to care about yourself first. That's the whole point. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's how it needs to be. You need to be doing your own thing. A lot of women like enjoy a guy who's doing his own thing because he's just because it's there's I don't know maybe there's an attractive side to it or something like that I don't understand, but it's just one of those things. It's when you're doing your own thing, and you probably found that same sort of attraction with Faith when she was off just going doing stuff and you were trying to get through to her. That thing there is like you should have been doing your own thing at that point.
Yeah, I agree.
But don't see
Probably.
it as like the last or something like that. That's just how you're feeling right now. That'll blow over.
Yeah, it kind of already has. Like I said, I don't give a shit anymore.
That's probably
I-
the best way to go about this. To be honest, is just not give a shit. So here's
Oh, yeah,
okay, fine. Well, I mean, real quick, Cog.
Sorry.
So here's the thing. Here, let me ask you, just in front of everyone watching right now, and Cog especially, because Cog hates Ralph as much as I hate Ralph, so we all kind of are in agreement here. What is it you want to say to him? Like, just get it off your chest, dude. Like, just lay a Cleveland steamer right there on that gunted set of man titties. You know, just like let her go.
Well, if I had to say anything to him, I said, you know that GIF that floats around at DJ Khaled that says "Congratulations, you played yourself." I think
Yeah.
I'd send that to him.
All right. I mean, I get it. Do you want to church it up at all? You want to like throw down some insults? Because you got, I mean, you have like right now, the internet's on your side in this story. By the way, they are. They're on your side in this story, and you figure you can lay out like you could probably like say some pretty terrible things to him, and no one would ever cancel you for it down the road, right? But like, is there? You just want to like call it? You know, I know there's the meme, but like, just say like, you know, just like dig deep, man. Go primal. You know, like, what do you want to say to that motherfucker?
I've seen that woman come, and in that video, she didn't come.
Okay.
Have you done that on video chat? Have you actually had like, so not just a sexting, have you had like sex video chats and stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've
While she was with him
and
as well, this is what I find that hilarious, is that because this is a guy who obviously is constantly called people cooks and this, that, and the other, and he's staying with a woman who's literally been fucking playing with herself on camera to other guys. That's hilarious to me.
I'm sorry, I'm still fucking laughing at that.
Oh man,
I've seen her.
It's my girlfriend.
Come. Yeah, no, that's.
I
I mean,
usually when she climaxes, she shakes very very fucking violently.
there you go. What I'd have to ask you as well, what are your what's your I say comeback, but what are your responses to Ralph claiming that you're the one who leaked the sex tape onto the internet and shit?
I don't understand how the fuck I'm the one who leaked it when he's the
but
one
that
who
is
sent
that
it
is
to
literally
me.
the cope. That is the defense
on
that his
a,
friends
on
are
a
running with.
stream. Are you serious? Oh
Yeah.
shit! I've heard like this faggot rant. Can I say that on YouTube?
You can say. I mean, I try not to on this one, but like, you know, well, let it slide. You can F slur it.
Okay, well, I saw this faggot Rambot say like I was sending Ralph child porn.
yeah,
like,
Ray,
Yeah,
he's just a gun. He's a gun guard. Like, you know, he's an what is he? An alcoholic Australian? Is that what he is?
He's a worse drunk than Ralph, and I swear I watched that stream as well. And by the time you got to the end of it, it basically sounds like Ralph is in possession of child porn, and I'm like, wait, what? What are you
You're
saying here,
implicating him.
Rambo? It doesn't make any sense. It's the stupidest thing.
But no, I didn't fucking leak that shit. He knows it. I know it. The internet knows
Everyone
it. Everybody
knows it,
fucking
man.
knows
There's a whole fucking live stream. I mean, the thing is like I'm really I'm so used to gay ops and shit on the internet. Like I've seen this before with different Instagrams where some people tried to claim something about Andy at some point, and I was like, and I could see where it was fake and showed it as well, how easy it would be to edit. Whereas when it came down to this, like you literally dox yourself and everything in the fucking. It's like you're very new to streaming and stuff because you were going through all your fucking settings and shit. And I think you showed off your location, you showed off a lot of stuff, and I think it was just. And again, you had all your tabs open and everything. But the fact he sent a link through to you while you were live, and he knew you were live.
well, and he said
link
pull it
comes
up.
straight
And he
up on
said
your
pull it
screen.
up on stream.
But the link is literally in your DM on screen then. Like he knows you're going through tabs there. And then when you click it, it literally comes up at the top. But the funniest part to me is the fact that there are 3 views on that video before you even click it. So is it already leaked before then? 3 people have seen this before you even clicked on the fucking
yeah,
link.
you're right. I didn't even think about that. Fuck, dude.
So I paid attention to a lot of this shit.
Well, he had to,
It's so
he had to,
fucking
he had
funny.
to make sure that the whole thing was up there. You know, he probably had to like, because he would have watched it 3 times. I mean, clearly you didn't send it to yourself. You were live, and you're like, oh, what's this? Like, pull this. As soon as I saw that that Streamlabs or whatever the fuck it was, streamable link, I thought to myself, I'm like, no, I would not click on that right now. Like I would not click on that right now at all. And then just
Dude, I'm surprised the stream's still up. I think
Yeah.
YouTube's like guarding me from.
It's
from
not
whatever.
that bad. It's fortunately for you, it's a little bit of bum, and it's like 4 minutes into the video when Ralph's little penis comes out, so it's you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
bit of
it-
both.
I'm
You
not,
can
I'm
get
not
away
worried
really-
about it. Like it's archived. I don't care.
yeah, and people have already, as soon as that went out, people grabbed it, they saw it, they spread it around, and we've got all the memes out of it. I mean, and they keep going and they keep going and they keep going, and
I think
know,
they're
that-
funny. too.
I
think the
just love
memes
how
are
it's
funny.
being ignored by everyone. Though, like the people that would be covering this, everyone's just not. Everyone is not touching this with a 10-foot barge pole. Fucking Dick Masterson has to come out of the woodworks and go, "Oh, by the way, I'm wanking to Lolly over here." And it's like, dude, come
No,
on, talk about trying to get everyone's attention over there.
that
Fucking
dude's
hell.
having like a mental breakdown. He's going insane,
It's been
huh?
a weird week. It's been a weird fucking week.
it's been pretty fucking wild. But hey, Cog, I got a lot of people that want to come on in, dude. I
No
do
worries.
appreciate you
Yeah, no worries.
coming on by, man. Thank you. That was pretty funny. Well, you and I will have to do a stream and chit chat sometime. So
Yeah, why not? Why not?
that'll be pretty fun. But thanks a lot, dude, coming on by, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. All right, Cog. Who else is here? Lots of people that I saw. I'm trying to go in order, but we're probably not going to go in order. All right. Ear Juice was wanting to come on in. Let me just move him. I'm like a boomer when it comes to this shit. No, there we go. All right. Ear
I
Juice.
fucking hate Discord too.
Yeah, I like using StreamYard, but I figured you would message me your Discord thing. Like, all right, we'll go on there. Ear Juice, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. What's on
Hello.
your mind? What questions do you have for Chris?
Oh, I was supposed to be Rambo, but that's all right. I just wanted to ask you, Faith and the dad were posting out that you were a creepy psycho. Was that before you knew about Ralph or afterwards? And how did you feel about that when she started saying that sort of stuff?
That was afterwards, and that was to sort of paint her own narrative around me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
started believing it myself. Yeah, so I was sort of tricked by Faith myself, I think, in a way. Because it just seemed weird that she was saying all of those things. So yeah, how
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah, it
how
is,
did you
it
feel
is.
when she started saying that?
Wait, who is this? Is this someone who knows Faith personally?
No.
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 Oh, okay.
No. I
Okay,
just saw
I'm
the
sorry.
tweet.
The way
Yeah.
the way that you're talking, it was
No,
confusing.
I don't know what to do.
That threw me off there for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, is this one of her friends? Anyways, I don't know why, but it made me realize that I don't know. It made me realize that she was probably trying to cover face in case anything happened.
Yeah, I guess. And so I'm guessing you talked to her about that though, like you would have DM'd her and been like, "Hey, what's going on with this? Like, why did you say these things?"
Yeah, I did, and she's like, "Oh, I'll message them really quick," and
Hmm.
I don't think she ever did.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, there were those text messages that she had sent to Ralph about you, and I mean, like, I guess were those real, or do you think they were real?
I've never seen any text messages that.
Oh, I
she
thought
sent
there
to
was.
Ralph
I thought
about.
there was DMs you had shared about like her saying like Ralph was talking about you. Maybe I read those wrong. I might have read them wrong. There's a lot
Yeah,
of.
no, I don't.
Okay, maybe I did. I probably got it wrong.
She sent me DM, or well, not DMs, but like text messages with Ralph supposedly about the whole situation, where she was telling me that Ralph was lying about being, his girlfriend or whatever.
Okay.
Where she's like, "Don't contact me again," and take down the pictures and shit like that.
Well, I mean, Ralph did remove the pictures of the
Oh,
two
yeah,
of them,
yeah.
like that he had.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
were really speculating heavily on that. And then today he comes out and he posts this as if it's some kind of like own, I guess. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm still with her, you guys. Like, I might have fucked up my whole life posting this shit, but hey, you know what? Loyalty, right? Family.
and hers too.
Yeah. I don't think it's, I mean, if she's been, I mean, and Ear Juice, did you happen to investigate the photo? Did you zoom in on her eyes? Did you do that, Chris?
Yeah,
No,
I had
I
a look at
didn't.
it.
They
Well, you
were
can see-
dilated.
Yeah, they're
Heavily dilated. I mean, like, I don't think she was fully, I think she might have been on some meds.
She doesn't look happy.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to
Well,
tell. It's hard to tell with the mask on, to be honest with you.
No, I know when she's happy. Like I can tell that, like through
well,
her eyes. She's
yeah.
not
Well,
happy.
what I know from the timeline, so the parents flew down to see her. They've then spoken to her and been like, "Hey, what's going on with all of this?" She's felt that they're being confrontational, so she's threatened suicide. They've said, "Hey, do you want to go to hospital?" She said yes, so she's gone to hospital. And then she wants out of hospital, and then she's told the doctors not to contact the parents anymore, and then got Ralph to come and get her. So, yeah, I'm guessing, like, doing all of those things, you're not going to be a very happy person. So,
Yeah, especially if you're spending like a week in a mental ward, basically. I mean, and that's the thing. That's what I just personally don't understand. You go through all this shit. You go to a mental ward for a week. Your family comes out to see you across country, and you still want to go back to the dude who leaked your sex tape.
oh,
No,
yeah.
I mean, self-esteem issues, and you probably can confirm this, Chris. Like there is self-esteem issues.
Oh yeah, she's got major issues.
Now, do
I've
you
always
think?
had to reassure her that I thought she was pretty.
And I'm sure Ralph has done the same. I'm pretty sure there's a line where he said, "My girlfriend is quite fetching." Somewhere, I'm sure he said it. But I guess when you think about it like that, and kind of corroborating or going off of what Aid had said last week, because they were together, they had their relationship a while earlier this year, and according to her, she wanted a fling, and then after a week, he was desperate to like say I love you, and he wanted to be together. So I'm wondering if that happened here as well, and that might,
yeah, it did. It did.
yeah.
A month of knowing Faith, he said that he loved her and shit.
And that would have been March of this year, correct?
Yeah, that would have been in March. That would have been. That's one of the reasons why I said, okay, fuck this. You're not talking to this guy no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not good, dude. Like,
No.
there is one other thing, and I think it's more just to sort of clear your name, because the dad threw out accusations that you were receiving nudes of Faith when she was underage and you were 21. Is that true in any way, or?
Yeah, it is. It is true.
Oh, okay.
It was a stupid thing I did when I was 21. In
And
fact,
how?
I wanted to wait, but Faith's a really really impatient person. When she wants something, she'll get it.
Yeah, that's a hard disavow.
Yeah, I'm in the
Oy.
same boat. Like, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I disavow the action. I don't think you should have done it, to be honest with you.
No, I definitely shouldn't have. No, definitely not.
Oh man,
So,
I
yeah.
might jump out. I'm probably going to say something I probably shouldn't. So I'm going to jump. Yeah, cheers. Thanks,
All right.
Chris.
Yeah.
E-
All right. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. There's a big thing with that kind of action. On this side of the internet, it's
No, I know.
it's not good. To be fair, with you having said that, I don't think bringing on more people is going to be for the best, to be honest with you. I think there's going to be, I just don't think so, to be fair. And I'm doing that because I don't think you're in the right emotional mindset to.
Oh man, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I'm just giving you an out is all I'm saying. I'm being very polite.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we will we'll move on. Okay, so let's see here. Let's bring in, I've seen Gilbert Gray. I don't know if he's got his stuff there. Let me see. He was on for a while. Gilbert, are you there? He may not be able to hear me. We'll give him a second. Okay.
Oh, Gilbert.
I don't know. Oh, he's there right now. Gilbert, can you hear me?
got center mic.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What's on your mind? What do you want to ask Chris?
First, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to ask, I have a question for both of you guys. So, Matt, do you have a Kiwi Farms account? Do you ever go on, look up this shit, or you just lurk?
I peruse it occasionally. Lately, more because of this trash fire. I do not have an account.
Okay.
I've
And
got an account.
also, Chris, when are you gonna come back? Because I know you have an account.
I don't know. I honestly don't. Until I have something to report, I guess.
You know, I really had another question, but I'm totally forgetting it now. But well, guys, thanks for doing the show. We love it. And yeah, Chris, hang in there, man. Some really bad shit happened to you, but you'll do fine.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Hey, thanks a lot, Gilbert. Have yourself a good one, dude. Thank you.
All right, boys.
All right. Yeah, I don't have no. I don't really check out my thread on the farms, but I've seen like other people's. I occasionally check out my thread, and I have to laugh because like, it's just full of the stupidest shit sometimes. You know, like it's just like I'll tweet something that's pretty straightforward, and then like I'll see it. I have seen that it's on there, and then people will be trying to disseminate like, what did he mean by this? And I'm just like, it's right there. Like that's what it is. There's no subversive text here. I'm not sending out a coded message. You don't need an Enigma machine, you fucking morons. Like it's literally I'm just like this. But it's funny. So you know, it is I guess, you know, it's funny when people do that kind of stuff. All right, let me bring in, this may be a bad fucking idea, but we're gonna bring him in anyway. I believe this is the Simp Show. The Simp Show, are you here?
Yes, I am. How you going?
How's it going, man? How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. You enjoying this trash fire that's going on across the IBS sphere?
It's been an interesting week to say the least. It's been a very interesting week to say the least.
You must be living on cloud nine. I have to say that's.
You know, it's not like that, and it's not really like that for me at all. I've got other shit going on, so I just kind of like have fun with it. But I wanted to bring Chris on tonight. I wanted to talk about what's going on because, you know, I think getting his side of the story is as important to understanding it as everything else.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I know some
sure.
people might want like, you know... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just have one question for Chris. What do you think will kill the gunt first? The booze, the pills, or the fat?
The booze, for sure. Maybe a combination of both. Maybe you'll accidentally like overdose. That would be funny.
Well, we have seen him mixing the pills and the booze, the infamous pill stream. If you haven't seen it, I suggest it's very keno.
It's a very
I'll have to check
interesting.
that out.
Yeah, it's more or less just him severely impaired for a long period of time, trying to operate OBS and it not working, and then I think he blacked out, right? Like he blacked out for a while.
Yeah.
And then is that where the
basically live?
Okay, and that wasn't the It's Not True stream. That was another time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Same.
Oh, that was the same time. So maybe you can, because I only heard the first part of that when it was funny. After that, I just kind of tuned out. But then I heard recently, like, that's the one where people think that he woke up in the middle of the night, like, brought up an image of Soph, and then the sounds that are heard from my understanding.
Wait, are you saying that?
I don't know the deep lore on that, but yeah.
I don't know. At some point I've heard like during one of these things, it might have been the same one, might have been another one. I don't fucking know. I don't follow Ralph that much. But like he woke up in like the middle of the night, or at some point he brings up an image or a video of Soph. And then there's like, you hear some stuff and I don't know what it is. And people have alluded to what it is. They think it's a DSP situation.
Oh no.
That's yeah.
Oh, Ralph,
it's
no.
like Ralph, no. Wait a minute, Ralph, no.
There you
She's
go.
15, Ralph, no. You wait 3 years until she's Nora's age.
He's priming. He's priming it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love my
He's
wife. Anyway,
priming.
yeah.
love
So
my
I don't know what
wife.
happened with that. I'm sure people are gonna, people are gonna say some stuff about that. I'm trying to like understand the chat. Anyway, so okay.
That's some deep lore shit right there.
Yeah, this is definitely there's a lot of wild shit on the internet. Everyone everyone's got a weird story. I've got my own. Everyone, I'm sure Simshow has his, you've got yours. We've all been there. Not all of us get drunk and take pills on the internet and then, roll the dice, but other things happen, I guess.
A lot of us choose to be
Well,
like
he doesn't have
private
22.
with
Oh,
the internet.
he doesn't have 2,200 pages for no reason. So
Me.
Yeah. I know mine is probably going to increase a bit as of this stream, but I'm nowhere near like the 2,200 pages on my thread. So yeah, I think there's a reason why when you're that big of a trash fire and you keep, you keep lighting yourself on fire, thinking that it's gonna ultimately make you a better person. No, it's further chronicling your downfall for someone to make a YouTube video on. I think was it Toad McKinley's all like, I love the farms because that's how everyone catalogs information and that's where I go and make my money by just pulling off what they report.
by the way, we're coming for you, Mick Judas. We're coming for you, mate. We're coming for you. We're coming for you.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Simcho. I'm gonna move you out. Thank you very much, dude. Okay. We'll do like a couple more. That way don't take up all of your night. And we'll go with who was here. I think I saw Parker was here. So let's bring Parker in. Parker, you're on the show. How's it going? Give him a second. I see his mic is still muted. I know you can hear me, Parker. There we go.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing, sir?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, Matt. And I'll turn my stream back on.
Okay.
Yo.
All right. How about
Yeah,
now?
not bad, man. I'm actually here to ask that. Oh, fuck's sake.
All right. So just ask your question.
Yeah, not bad. I'm here to ask the hard questions. Yep,
Okay.
I can hear you fine.
I might have some hard answers for
Right.
you.
Yeah, I'm having issues here. Can you just come back to me in a minute? I'll fix
Yeah,
this.
sure. We'll come back to you in a second.
Riveting question.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the hard questions. Come back to me in a second. All right, we'll just move you out to the to graveyard and come back in. All right. Let's see here. Who else? I see Bane. This is now more just curiosity on my part. Bane,
Hey,
how goes it?
happening? I just had one simple question. Does Faith have a history of substance abuse or anything like that? We've seen stuff about the meth teeth.
No, she's not. As far as my knowledge, she doesn't do like any meth or anything like that. As far as substances, I know that she uses marijuana, and I know that she drinks.
And that's all? There's no heroin or meth or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
All right, thanks, man. Kick me out.
Okay, I have a question for you, Bane. Have you gotten your revenge on Todd and covered the streets in Razzmatazz?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't watch the Harley Quinn animated show, do you?
No,
Oh my-
if you look at my profile picture, I'm the movie Bane.
Yeah, but you
I'm
gotta
the only
go.
Bane
You gotta
that
go.
people care about.
No, Bane from the Harley Quinn show was
No
great.
one cared who I was till I was on The Dark Knight Rises.
Well,
Goddamn right.
to be fair, no one cares who you are now. Anyway, I'm kidding, but I booted him. Okay.
Talk shit, Jarbo over here.
It's my fucking stream, motherfucker. I have god powers. We're doing this shit. Okay, let me.
Fucking A.
Now we're gonna move over to another movie villain, Lord Humungus. Oh no,
Oh.
he bailed. He fucking went back. Why the fuck you in general if you're just gonna go back? All right.
Maybe he doesn't have a question. Maybe he got stage fright.
Maybe let's
like, oh,
bring
shit.
in Walulu. How's it going, man?
Walulu. Hello.
All right. Can you hear us?
Oh, I
Hello?
can't hear you guys, but I'll just ask my question. Aid said that they were talking a lot earlier than you seem to be thinking. So do you know when they actually started talking? Peace, Halfway King.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah. The question was, Aid thinks that they were talking before February. Do you think that they started talking before February? That's the question.
No, because she tweeted something at Ralph, and that was the first time that she tweeted anything at him or had it, and that's how he got her attention or whatever, or the reverse of that. She got his attention.
Okay.
And so she followed her back, and again, this all happened in February. So she followed him back.
But is that just what she was saying?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I guess it's one of those things we'll probably never really know if you have moved on past her.
Right.
Okay. Well, there we go. I think that answers that. All right. So I'm going to move you out, Walulu. Thank you very much for coming on in, man. Appreciate that. All right. Parker says everything is good to go. We're going to bring Parker back in. All right, Parker, you're back. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hey, I'll just get rid of this YouTube player. Okay, I'm here to ask the hard questions. You said earlier that you knew that she was underage when she sent you those lewd photos. At any point, did you actually think about just breaking it off and be like, nah, that's it. I can't, if she wants to be sending this, she needs to wait. But yeah, why didn't you break it off instead of potentially getting yourself into trouble?
Because at the time, I thought she was worth it.
Fair call.
I just can't, like, I see that, I get that, I understand that, like, but still, it's one of those things where it's like, you can't. I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to keep neutral on this, but you can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't do it.
Well, yeah, it's really hard to say. I now lost it.
Okay. So in your mind, because I'm trying to, because I think like you, Parker, kind of want to understand like the psychology of her, correct? Like that's kind of where you are. Okay. I'm curious on this myself. So you said, Chris, that you felt she was the one, and that was your justification.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
the problem with that justification is, though, it doesn't stand up in court.
That is true.
Well, I'm not looking for a justification that stands up in court.
Well, you may have to in the future. That's the problem.
I don't know. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that, which is why.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, this is a situation. I am just saying that a lawyer would be a better person to talk to on about this subject.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
like, clearly you've admitted to something that is not good. And I get your justification, but the thing with that is, though, is that it doesn't hold up. And the dad had made those accusations. You confirmed those accusations. I don't know, man. Like, I would go talk to somebody just to get some counseling, just to get some help, to get some advice on that front, because you don't want to, it's bad. It's not good.
Yeah, man. Like, I've personally had friends in the same situation, and it's actually ended pretty badly for them. So that's why I was just interested. I'm like, well, she sent you the first lewd photo, and then after that, I just wonder, why did you not tell her to not send you those sort of photos?
I mean, I tried to, but she kept pushing and pushing and pushing, man.
Yeah. Women have that effect.
Yeah, I mean Helena Troy, right?
Oh, exactly.
That's the greatest story about a simp, really, if you think about it. Destroying an entire fucking city over simping. So you've got that. Yeah. I get it. I would at this point, I'm not a
Seek
lawyer.
legal advice.
I would seek legal advice and I would shut the fuck up on this topic. Just to be on the safe side, and I'm not.
Hey, I'm just here trying to be honest with everybody.
No, I get that. I appreciate
Good on you for being
that.
honest, man.
Yeah, everyone here appreciates that. Honesty is key, 100%.
But just remember that this live stream could actually potentially be used against you.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do kind of, as much as it's great that you're answering questions and stuff, you do need to be careful what you say. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for that.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah.
That's all right.
All right. Thank you, man. Have yourself a good one. Really, Chris, I think what it boils down to is everyone's just trying to say, be prepared for the future. You're 22, 23.
23.
23. Okay. You got your whole fucking life ahead of you. You clearly, you're admitting to doing things that are stupid that you should not have done.
Yeah.
And this is a world where the internet, everything is logged and recorded. So I would just, at this point going forward, my advice would be seek legal counsel just to have an understanding of what your rights are in the situation and everything else. That's all I'm trying to say on it. I don't want to go into it anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think on that particular note, I'm going to end this portion of the show just because. And I'm trying to be the nice person here, and so I appreciate you coming on. I really do. And I thank you for your time and for your insight. And I feel for you personally, just not like, I'm not an objective person. I'm very subjective, and I do feel for your situation. And I do wish you the absolute very best in getting through this and past this and on with your life in the best possible capacity. And I know a lot of other people do too. And I think that, what happens next in regards to your life is going to be entirely up to you. And that's fantastic. I just think, maybe like I don't know, think maybe things a bit more through, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. I'm just gonna, I'm not too sure how the fuck I'm going to do, but, I think yeah, I personally feel like I'm in an odd position and I don't know how to continue, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to continue. Like, I get it. It's a weird place to be. Because like there are, I don't want to hammer you. I don't want you to be hammered. Yeah. So, all right. Thank you very much, Chris. I will talk to you soon. Just be safe out there, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. All right, I'm moving out here to the AFK. All right, so thank you, Chris, for coming on. It was a very enlightening conversation. It was a very interesting conversation. Thank you for taking calls and being wanting to be honest and truthful. For that, I think everyone is very appreciative, and everyone wants honesty. Sometimes though, it does put you in very odd situations. So, anyway, let's take a look here. There's a couple people still. I'll just bring a couple people in. We'll just kind of go through real quick. We'll just kind of wrap this up real quick for a few people. All right, so let's bring in, who else is here? I saw Cougar Chaser.
Awesome.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, hi, Matt.
Hey,
Sorry. I just sorry, you caught me like mid conversation. I just came into two things. One, congrats on the weight loss. You look like a shorter Thor. I just wanted
it's
to
the angles.
congratulate.
It's the angles, man. It's look, that photo
Either
of me.
way, the angles are not. But dude, that is some like.
I'll bring up. I'll find the image real quick and I'll bring it up for people. I posted it in there. But thank you. Yeah, like it's a good shirt. I like the shirt. I like the shirt quite a bit.
Yeah, I like the shirt too. It's just like I was just like I honestly at first thought somebody like because you added Alex Baldwin. And I was like, did he Photoshop that for him? Like I don't know, like because if it's Photoshop, it's a really good Photoshop. But like, and then I think I don't know who I asked from the server if it was real, and they told me it was real.
No,
like,
that
oh,
was
man,
that's actually
props.
That's actually real. He sent me the shirt. Funny story was he actually made the shirt last year, and he made the shirt last year, and he apparently mailed it to me, but it never came to my place, and so I didn't know he sent it to me again. He actually attached a Happy Boulderversary message to it, which I thought was really fucking funny. So I will bring up that for people to see. We'll have a bit of fun with that one here real quick. Because I just think it's a great photo. I really like it. Although that's fucking massive. Holy shit! Let me get this thing down to size. Transform, fit to screen. There we go. So this is me today with the Uniboulder T-shirt that was sent to me from the Hat 2 on Twitter. Alex Baldwin. We've known each other since Gamergate. He runs a T-shirt printing company. So this just randomly appeared in my mailbox today, and I had to immediately snap a selfie, and the angle I chose makes me look like I have lost like 50 pounds, and trust me, that is not true.
No, well, what it looks like is you remember that episode of Futurama where Fry rips off his shirt after eating the worm sandwich, and he's like, "You can't take." If Lilo goes, "You can't take me," rips off the shirt, and you got the 6-pack abs. Like that's what it felt like to me. Like I was like, "Holy crap, Matt is ripped."
Yeah, it's as soon as I took the picture, I saw how it looked, and I was all like, I look really good. I'm gonna post this. I'm just gonna post this and everything. But I really appreciate that he put this on a T-shirt. I love that he did it like that. It got to me like literally when I started doing Boulder Talk Radio and using that as the logo. And because that was here's the thing people don't realize is all the shit that happened 2 years ago. My favorite thing about all of it, if you can find anything good, was this specific meme. I found it to be so funny and so just hysterical to me that I just really liked it, and I've always felt that it would be good on a T-shirt. And now I have a T-shirt. I have a Uniboulder T-shirt, and that's fucking phenomenal. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well, there's just one more thing I have to say. Now it's just like, well, first off, I'd just like to say I bet on you between when the whole Boulderversary shit, Boulder instant shit happened, and I feel like it was a bet well made because every single person, and I mean every single person that was calling you out on that stream, ended up being a shittier person in some way, and I feel really, really good after this latest stunt by Ralph and shit. And I just wanted to ask you, how does it feel to know that you are you're doing better off now? Like how does it feel to feel like you kind of came through like a hurricane?
It's been a long 2 years.
The other side.
Yeah, it's been a long 2 years, and I'm much happier now that I've I have my other daughter who's amazing. She just turned 1 and she's like so much fun to play with, along with my 2.5-year-old. I'm watching my girls bond, which is awesome. And I've got I'm doing like the Uber thing, and I'm doing this new job, and I got money coming in. I don't rely on YouTube as much, which is it's good and bad, to be fair. It's good. It's both good and it's both bad, because I want to do that. I'd love to do this more full time. I mean, that'd be awesome to go back into that time, but that may not happen again, and that's okay with me. I'm not like freaking out, but I'm still putting out content because I'm never going to go the fuck away. I'm always going to try something new and have a bit of fun where I can, because I just like doing it. So yeah, you know, I'm
Well,
not
I
going to
don't-
destroy my life as much as they are.
Yeah, I know. And I gotta admit, I don't really watch this stuff anymore. I do watch when you do live streams. I'll always watch those, but I don't really watch the main content stuff. I more watch the $3 Theater more now because it's, I don't know, it's if how do I put this without sounding? You sound more alive on the $3 Theater stuff. I'm trying to be like nice because
No.
I don't wanna
I
come
trust
off as
me.
a
You're not
tool.
I'll put it to you like this. There are people that vehemently fucking despise me, that vehemently hate me. And I have actually been in conversations with them and they're like, yeah, I think your political takes are shit. I fucking don't like you for the flagging thing. But I gotta say, I actually really enjoy your $3 Theater channel. Which is just like, wait a minute, what? Like, you claim to fucking hate me, but you like this shit. Okay, cool. And I enjoy that a lot, and I want to stick with that. This is just for like, the whole concept of Boulder Talk Radio is like, yeah, I'm playing up the meme, obviously. But it's like, I can just talk about what's going on. I can do interviews like I just did, which you know, were I think went well, despite how it kind of trickled out.
Well, yeah, I know. And it reminds me of what was the other channel you forget? Were you the one that did Weird History or something?
I did
something
Forbidden
like that?
Knowledge, and I was trying to do a
That's the
listical
one.
channel like back in
I couldn't-
2015. Yeah, that was fun.
I couldn't remember it, and I was like, I remembered that like because it's kind of reminding me of that. It's like this has turned into that, and then your main channel is $3 Theater, which do what you want. It doesn't really matter to me. You know me. I've fucking followed you. Geez, I've been here since Gamergate. Like I'll go where you mostly do. It just feels like you feel a lot happier. Like you feel more, like I said, you feel like you're more alive. And I can, I want to say congrats because I don't think anybody else on the platform could do what you have done. Like after all the fake shit that's come out after you, all the bullshit, all this, like you got way too much shit for what happened. I'm just like I'm amazed how how you've dealt with this shit.
Well, I appreciate that. It's you know, it's everything we do is an evolving process. If you you know, like what's the term? A rolling stone gathers no moss. And that's kind of how you have to view it, especially on the YouTube front. Everything is a hill. You're always rolling down it one way or the other. And the moment you stop and you maybe gather moss or think you've got it, you're going to be sedentary for a while. Shit moves again, and you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. So I do appreciate that. Thank you, man. I am gonna
okay.
I got a couple people that still want to jump on in that have been waiting around, and I can wrap this thing up. But thank you a lot, dude, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.
All righty. Peace,
All right.
man.
Peace. Okay, thank you. All right, we got Shidoko has been waiting for a while. Shidoko, how's it going, man? He's got his mic muted, but I saw Humongous wanted to come on in again. So if Humongous comes back in the chat, we'll let him in because I know he was in there. Okay, it appears Shidoko is not there, so I'll put you in AFK. And then we'll bring on Ascalon. Ascalon, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. It's been an interesting evening.
Marvelous Matt, dude. I gotta say, I love the comeback story and shit, dude. It's been badass to see you come from the ruins to be a Marvelous Matt. It is badass, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, man. I only got one question, big guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was hearing the interview and all that shit, and I was like, bet this is fucking hilarious. Fucking Ralph. We're talking about this dude getting cucked in the shower. That's comedy. That's the best comedy you could get, right? This dude's getting fucking picture sent of his girlfriend from his own shower to this ex, this weird guy. But the only weird thing was, and I knew you didn't address it, and I understand why, is this guy's talking about he received nude pictures before her.
I actually didn't catch that right off the bat, to be honest with you. Right. And it wasn't that I was trying to I understand the situation. I get it. I clearly I disavow. Clearly it's
Absolutely.
unsettling.
And I don't want to.
Yeah, like but I'm trying to like, there's questions I want to ask, there's things I want to get to, and it's like, how do you, if you dwell on it, then people are going to dwell on it, and it's like he says it, clearly people know about it. I see the chat. I'm like, dude, talk to a lawyer. Like, I don't know what else to do on this front. Like, I'm not looking to burn any, because I've been in those situations. I mean, come on, I was on the kill stream. Like, I was in that situation where it's
absolutely.
where it's like, this happened. Like, all right, dude, like, I'm giving you an out. I'm giving you the ability to go away and like save your own dignity in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's how I view it. Like, that's my whole take on it. And I give him credit for sticking around. I just feel like, there's a great saying there that if you want to get out of the hole, put down the shovel.
Oh yeah, and I saw it too when you said, "Hey man, if you want to leave, this would be a good time to get the fuck out of here." And he was like, "No," and that's what confused me even more. That's what made me more. I don't know the exact word for it, but it was like more like, what the fuck's up with this guy? Because I was thinking about it while I was waiting for the get on air and all that stuff. It's like, if you're a normal 9 to 5 working guy and you got a bond, I mean, I don't think many of us would see our ex or somebody we're talking to get in insane internet drama and strike up a stream to like try to get back at people. I don't think most people think like that. They'd just be like, damn, that's a crazy person. I need to move on. And then with the like weird pics and all that stuff, I wish he would have stayed on, because I just wanted to ask him, like, what did you think her age was when you started talking to her?
Well, that would also put him in a
bad spot. And he would have ran. He would have ran. I understand that he would have ran. It's just weird. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm on your side, dude. I'm on your side.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to be as neutral as I can. I'm trying to be as accommodating as I can. And I get it. I get this. I get the scenario, man. Like, I'm not like, there's nuance in everything. There's always nuance. So you have to look at it from nuance in that situation. But it's like, if we're talking about it from like the legal aspect of the law, shut the fuck up is really what it is. It's just like, stop talking.
Like, he should never said it, because I mean, you think of Ralph. I can see him on tomorrow night saying, "Gator, they're getting pedophiles to say they're messing with Faith. These pedophiles, and it's just a bad look. I mean, the guy obviously should have shut up, move on. I mean, I didn't hear anything after that. Maybe I dwelled on the subject too long to hear anything after that was use, because we're trying to ask this guy questions and he's just kind of, I mean, there was a moment there where he was just quiet for 10 minutes and I knew you were feeling awkward as shit.
I was just trying to like, I was just trying to be a good interviewer, I'm not.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I thought you did great, man. I thought you did great. I thought you absolutely did great dealing with the subject that you had. But I mean, this guy's absolutely, and you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. This guy's absolutely a degenerate. He's definitely a weirdo. Like, even to get that close to an age, I mean, I'm in my 30s now, and to think that I would even get close to talking to somebody that wasn't 18 is so bizarre to me. And again, you don't have to avow this or anything like that, but just a very weird situation with that guy. The 10 minutes of silence asking a very simple question that you asked, and you try to reiterate it. He doesn't leave once he gets into this thing. And I know Earworm is waiting in the request. I think he's still waiting there. Yeah.
Is he still in there?
He's still waiting in there, and he's probably going to get better into it than I am. But it was just a very strange moment to me, and I like. It's funny to get back at Ralph with that shit, but it's also like, man, there's something weird about this fucking dude.
I completely understand that. For people who are joining the server, you got in the verification room, you got to talk, so I know to let you in. So if you talk, I can verify you and put you in the room. Otherwise, there's a lot going on and I'm not getting to it. So I just want to let people know that shit. I get all that, dude. I get all that. It's I don't want what he said to be used against him by Ralph of all people. But the reality of the situation is that's probably going to happen.
Absolutely.
It's one of those things where, Ralph sent revenge porn. He did. He sent revenge porn to him, and he's not going to sit there and not take shots where he can. So that's fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
I
just
think it's one of those moments where you wish you had a clean victim. You know what I mean? Like you had a clean victim of this revenge porn and all that stuff. You just wish that dude wasn't the dude he was, and he didn't receive pictures underage and continue. Because it sounds like, and I wish he would have stayed on a little longer. Because it sounds like he continued the conversation after receiving pictures underage and all that stuff.
well,
It's
yeah.
like,
I mean,
why
obviously,
didn't you bounce off?
he
right.
because I asked him like, when did you guys meet? And he was like, well, I was, you know, this was like 4 years ago. He was 19, she was 14, and then I was like, okay, you know, and so it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we have an established relationship here. You know, like, let's hope it's just talking, and then like when she turned 18, it's whatever. Because I know the age of consent in California, which is where she's from, is 18.
Right.
And clearly any transmitted images are going to be looked at as CP, and like that's, again, like there was even a 17-year-old kid who went to jail for sending his own nude photo to somebody else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And who was
I
also a
heard about that
teenager.
shit,
So
yeah.
it's like, these are very strict laws. Like
Absolutely.
these are very strict laws. Like, you know, you have to be so fucking careful, because now in the Snapchat age and all this shit, all these people are just like, you know, it's like, oh, I don't care, I'm just gonna take a picture and blah blah blah. But it's like, people have nefarious reasons behind it. Just, you know, I don't fucking know, dude. People, they don't think when there's, you know, when your dick is in play,
Yeah,
people don't think.
Say that. Yep.
They don't think. And
Absolutely. And I think we both agree. I mean, obviously, that a 19-year-old talking to a 14-year-old, that's still such an age difference. Because, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, me and you would have been seniors in high school at 19 years old, basically. And we're talking to a dude or a chick that's in middle school at that point. And it's kind of weird.
Well,
It's kind of weird.
she would have been a freshman in high school.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
and you know, he would have been like a freshman in college. So,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, I'm not justifying nothing. I just,
No,
you know,
I know
I
you're
would
not,
never.
man. I don't want to
Like,
put you in a position where it
like I
sounds
just,
like you are.
but I like to understand. I like to understand things. I have
Absolutely.
to. I'm very data driven. That's how my mind works. You know, I'll tell you this
No,
one
I
time.
feel you, man. And I wanted to hear more of what he said and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
and I appreciate him being here, and I appreciate him talking and being honest and all those things. But it's like, this is a point where people are going to have a contention with, and
absolutely.
and this is going to end up taking over the conversation, because it comes across as like a gotcha, or it comes across as like an attack. And I didn't want that, and I still don't want that, which is why I'm like, you know, people have been wanting to come on. I know people are going to want to address it, so I'm probably going to let you go after this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
I
get
understand,
that. And people have been waiting, so I feel like there's an obligation there. And this is a talk radio show, so that's the whole point.
No, I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, you know,
I feel you. I feel you. It's a tough spot, because I'm sure you didn't know before the interview and anything like that. That's what is. I mean, I don't think many people. We only had the fucking Mr. Vickers tweet that said that dude was a fucking creep, but we didn't know that.
And yeah, but then like he had
thing
said it.
was.
He had said it in the tweet.
Yeah.
And then like today he kind of like pulled that statement back a little bit. So it's like,
Exactly,
what?
yeah.
So was she lying to him? Was she telling the truth? I mean, there's clearly stuff here we don't know. And then it's like he's like, no, it's true. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was hoping he wouldn't say that shit, and then he did. I was like, God damn it, dude, you gotta get crucified. I mean, it is what it is.
Like,
and I know why you didn't say that to him, because of course you're trying to have an interview and understand more information about the subject. But
yeah,
it's
I just
fucked up.
in this last week I've you know, I've had conversations with myself, because I have my 2 daughters, and I've like, you know, when they get older, like talking with them about these scenarios. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have those conversations. Like when I was a kid, those conversations never really happened, because we didn't have social media back in the 90s.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, we didn't have any of this stuff. We had AOL, and it was like, you know, whatever, chat rooms and shit. And those are still bad, but like not as bad as it got. And then now it's like, you know, I mean, you just, there's so much of it. There's so much of it that it almost becomes this like, you know, like this, whatever. Like, I think some people out there just don't care. And maybe, you know, it's our puritanical upbringing from our country. The way our society is formed is that we are very puritanical, how we view sex, especially under the age of 18, because we kind of put that as a barrier. And and I have nothing against that. Like, it's just,
I know.
Like,
I
I'm
was
fine.
gonna say that. Make sure you clarify. But I know.
I'm clarifying that
brother.
it's like, like, you know, like I'm just like no, like I mean me personally, like I'm attracted to women like who are older than me. I always have been.
Right.
You know,
Same,
like if I'm looking through Pornhub, I'm like Julia Ann is still pretty hot at the age of 48. Like let's do this. You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at. You know, and I've also met her once too, like a long time ago. So it is what it is. I'm just moving on. You know, my
Well, hey,
habits
man,
aside.
thanks for having me on, man. I don't want to take everybody's time because I know there's some people sitting in the chat room and everything like that. But thanks for having me on. I just wanted to call that guy out. He seems like a creep, and I'll leave this in my final word. He's a fucking creep. I really do believe that. And if he did get those pictures and he kept on the conversation and he didn't tell her to stop, then he deserves to be crucified. But that's about it, Matt. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on, dude. It was a great interview other than that, man. Like,
Thank you very much. Yeah,
I really do appreciate it.
I'll try to get more people on. Maybe people will want to talk to me, and we'll do more of these things. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, dude. Have yourself a great night, man. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Ascalon, for coming on in. Let me just okay. Jimmy Neutron was there. I'm gonna try to get through some few people here. All right, Jimmy Neutron, how you doing, man? You're on.
Hey, I'm pretty good, man. I've been having a good night. You know, it's been a common theme. That guy he's technically a pedophile, man.
Yeah. There's there's different terminologies for it, correct? I think it's like a hebephile is the correct term. And I'm only saying that not to shield or anything, but it's like the law would look at it differently. And if we're talking about it in the context of the law, there's that. It's still bad. I don't know what to say on the subject. I'm trying to I go into my neutral perspective because that's how I operate. And yeah, but it's some shit. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, man, I get that. But how much chain link are you holding recently?
No chain link. Can you recommend me a good place to pick some up though? Am I gonna hit a FOMO? Am I gonna hit a FOMO on this one?
It's gonna keep going up. I'd suggest buying.
I should buy now. Sell all my Ripple at a loss.
Yeah. Sell your Ripple. Put it in chain link.
What is Ripple even up to? I haven't even looked in a while. What's XRP price? How bad is this? How bad is this?
Down.
Oh, hey, it's up.
It's
kind of. It's up from when I bought it. I bought it at like 20 cents a coin. It's up to 29.87 cents a coin. So
yes.
So I can sell it. I can sell it and make a profit, baby. There you go. What is I don't
I bought Chainlink at 20 cents and now it's $20. So.
Yeah. I I love how that gets brought up. Like that one time in a private call I talked about a Ripple and then people just like fucking held on to me talking about Ripple.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh, okay? Let me see. What's Chainlink price? Let me see this here. 1609. That's not bad. Maybe I should invest in some Chainlink. If you guys want me to invest in Chainlink, consider becoming a channel member. That's my shill. There we go. That's my shill.
All right, man.
Let's do it. Okay, man. Well, I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much. And we'll talk again soon. When I purchase some Chainlink, okay?
Okay, and ask PPP why he's afraid of me.
I don't think PPP is afraid of anything. He literally spread his butthole for the internet to see. So,
but why did he cry about me on stream then?
I don't hear him talk about you on stream, but then again, I don't catch every single PPP stream. There's a lot of them.
He cried about the DMs. Your juice said he was afraid to debate me.
Well, you're going to have to take that up with People's Populist Press. I hear he has a pretty popular show on D-Live. It gets more viewers than the kill stream.
I'll have to check it out, man.
All right,
but
man.
He's pretty fat.
He's a sturdy boy. He eats all those California rolls.
Big fat burger eating fatty fat.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, man. Have yourself a good one. Thank you to Jimmy Neutron. Okay, let me. Who else is here? All right. I see we got Bill Cosby's been wanting. Jesus fucking Christ, Bill Cosby. All right, Bill Cosby, and then we're gonna go to Ear Juice, and we're gonna wrap it up after that one. So, Bill Cosby, you're on. I see you're muted and your headphones are down. Oh wow, Kraut's here. Hey, what's up, Kraut? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Okay, Bill Cosby, how's it going?
What's up, Matt?
Not too much. It's been an interesting night.
All right, so first thing, crypto advice.
Oh my fucking god.
Claros. Buy that. That's
okay.
a good one. It's like
Claros?
yeah.
Okay.
It's probably going to be like $5 by the end of the year. Chain link, you can still buy that. It's at like 16. It's going to be 100 by the end of the year. For that
Everyone's
front, that's
okay.
pretty much it.
All right. Well, I appreciate the financial advice. People in the chat are saying this doesn't sound like Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it's prison's been rough, man.
Prison. Yeah, you sound like 40 years younger and white, or
Yeah,
60 years younger and white. That's a well earned rest, I guess, at that point. So what's on your mind, man?
Not much, man. I think that guy probably should have admitted to receiving nudes of an underage girl. That's
Probably, yeah,
of him.
yeah. No, that is definitely true. That is definitely true. I hope he gets a lawyer. I'm pretty sure Nick Rekieta will offer up some advice.
Yeah, maybe not. He's part of that crew. But did he say if he knew she was underage at the time? 'Cause that probably matters.
We didn't specify the age, but you can look at the time frame and more or less
Yeah, I just didn't know if, like,
ascertain that. Yeah, so
she seems to be a pretty big liar. I didn't know she said like she was over 18 at the time.
yeah, that could be a factor, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter at all. So
Yeah,
it's still just a massive fuck up, and one that you should never talk about publicly on the internet, and seek legal advice. That's the only thing I can say on the matter.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Other than that, man, not really much. Dick Masterson, Dax Herrera. It's probably time to go after his Patreon.
Dick is. I've met Dick, and he's an interesting guy. I've met Dax, I should say, and I don't know why he wants to die on this particular hill. I think at this point he's now gone too far that he has no other real choice but to keep digging. And it's like all you're doing is giving all of your detractors more and more ammo.
He's literally just giving people ammo to get him banned from Patreon right now.
Yeah, I mean, he probably thinks at this point that so many people have tried for years. I would think that nothing's happened, and Patreon might be afraid to cancel him. They might be afraid to do it. It'd have to be something very egregious for that to happen. This, because he made a comment on that interview with Josh that I think a lot of people overlooked, and I caught it when he said, "My audience knows that I put thought over action." So what that tells me is that his audience is aware of his mindset. So this won't impact his audience because they're not the ones who pay him money already know who he is. They already like who he is. This is not going to impact them, I think, on a major front. If it came out that he had CP or he had accepted CP or whatever, there's that. What I'm curious to know about personally is, like, apparently wasn't a Zoomer girl, 80s girl is who set up Faith and Ralph while she was in Los Angeles. Now, granted, she was of age at the time, so but it's like that to me still seems like a bit of a. It's a little bit concerning, just I think on a moral level. But
yeah, I think I heard rumors that Faith went to the school she teaches at, which
I have no fucking idea on that front. So we'll have to wait and see if any more info comes out. I think at this point everyone's going to be digging and digging and digging and digging. So there's obviously going to be the whatever comes next is whatever is going to come next. So we have to wait and to see at this point.
Yeah, I do think he's right that his audience doesn't really care. Josh may have been wrong on that front. Like, people aren't going to stop giving him money because.
Well, no, I mean the people that give money, they're the ones that are heavily invested into the content you make. They're the people you've spent the time cultivating that audience with. They trust you when you put out consistent content, especially from an entertainer perspective. There becomes it's what's known as a parasocial relationship. So from a psychological perspective, the people who donate money feel very connected to Dick, and they feel like they're part of this community, that they're part of this. I mean, go read like the subreddit and how they act on the subreddit, how they defend him when he fucks up, sort of thing. Like, you can see a fair amount of that. And when you start donating with your money, then that there's that parasocial aspect comes into play, because now you are physically providing them, you are connected to them. I'm a little rusty on some of my psychological terms, but it's something with looking at this side of the internet, like the live stream pay piggy side of things, makes me really want to go back and like look into getting a degree in psychology just to better understand that relationship, because to me it's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'm not against it myself. I have some patrons. People do donate to the channel, and I'm very appreciative of that. But I don't want to ever be in that position to where like I lord things over my audience, or I try to like trick them, because then I don't feel like that is valid. I don't feel like that is truthful, and I feel like it's very deceptive. And if I feel it's deceptive because of my OCD, I will then like personally sabotage the fuck out of it, like because I don't like it, and that's just how I operate, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get in a couple more people before we wrap this thing up.
One more question.
Yeah.
Would you rather have CP or Lolly on your computer?
Neither. I want neither.
You have to answer it.
No, I don't have to answer anything. I don't have to answer. Why the fuck would I want CP on my computer, dude? Like,
that was just such a stupid question.
It's one of those things where you're like, no, I don't want either. I went
Josh
to one.
Should have asked
him that.
If you could, he should have asked if you could ban Lolly, and nothing else would get banned for sure. Would you do it? Just seriously, because he.
Oh yeah, and add Shota to it as well. Take it out back and beat it with the shovel, dude. Both of them, same time. Bury them in a shallow grave, cover it with lye, and just let it dissolve into the earth. Let it just be gone. Like that shit to me is, I don't get people who whack off to drawn photos of kids. I just don't get it, man. Like, it's just, to me it's super disgusting. It's just like, I don't get that kink. It's terrible shit, because you read about this kind of crap all the time. I cover true crime all the time, and you read about all this crap, and these like sick, degenerate people, and me personally, like I try to like understand someone's sickness. I try to understand their motivations, because that's just how I'm wired. But I can't put myself in the mindset of somebody who is attracted to children. I cannot do it. And it's like nothing but like, just I don't care what happens to you. Just get the fuck away from me. Like that's where I'm at with it. And it's gotten only worse since I've had kids, especially daughters. Especially daughters. Because like all I want are my kids to be protected and be safe, because they're wonderful little angels and I love them. And it's like, if anyone ever tried hurting them, it's like, what that movie Taken comes out quite often. And you're like, I'll Liam Neeson some motherfuckers, like that kind of shit. And it's like, I just don't fucking get it, dude. Like, I don't get it. And I know there's those arguments about Lolly being like, well, it's a deterrent, and then like, I don't want to, but then there's also that counter argument. Like, remember when they said weed was a gateway drug, and weed was a gateway drug. So you're just like, oh, but if you do weed, you're going to do meth or heroin or crack cocaine or whatever. It's just a gateway into it. And it's like,
turns out it was kind of true.
I don't know. I mean, I know more people that just do pot, but when it comes to the aspect of like the children, it's kind of like rape is a power move, right? It's not inherently sexual. It's a power move, but this is a power move mixed with sexuality. It's meant to dominate over someone so young they can't do anything. And then you apply sexuality on top of that, and sexual desire on top of it. And it becomes this catalyst for just terribleness, and the fact that you can easily get your hands on it via the dark web, that there's so much of it that happens around the world. It's fucking sickening. And it's like, like I am, as much as I laugh at Pizzagate for the shit that they say, like, I think their hearts are kind of in the right place, but they just say it in stupid fucking ways. It drives me up the fucking wall, dude. Like, that's one of the reasons why.
The idea that like, porn is fantasy is retarded. Like, it's for sexual gratification. It's not,
I don't watch porn to like, like where the pizza delivery guy gets laid to go like, man, I want that, when I'm delivering someone's Little Caesars, like, ooh, yeah, I'm going to give them a tip. No, I watch it because I'm trying to achieve a physical response to, seeing the genitals I'm attracted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that's it. But it's like, again, like I'm at the point where it's all like, you know, a little up there, a little over 40 is what I like, you know. And it's like, yeah, but I just fucking disgust. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. This is like making me kind of mad, to be honest with you. Not your fault. Not your fault.
All right.
Just the
All right, man,
conversation
nice talking
itself
to
just riles me up. Yeah. Anyway, dude, thank you for coming on in. I appreciate it. We'll definitely talk again soon. I hope. Thank you again. Have yourself a great night, man. All right. Sorry. That just. I get so disgusted at that shit, you guys. I just really do. Okay. So for the final bit of the evening, Ear Juice is going to come back in, and then I've also got Kraut and T is going to come in, and they want to have a conversation. So hey, Kraut. Hey, Ear Juice.
Hey, how you going? He's a pedo. He's a fucking pedo. Oh man.
You just
I
wanted
knew
to
I'd
come
kick
on
myself if I left, but I had to. I didn't want to fuck your show up and fuck the other callers. But yeah.
Morning. I just woke up. How are you doing?
What's happening?
Yeah.
What do you mean what's happening?
Well, we just had a very interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a very interesting revelation that I have to say, honestly, deep down, I think all of us knew. You know, I think.
Tell me.
So,
I didn't think about it. Sorry to cut you off.
Well, what I say by that is like the age range of of it. I would like. I don't know if there'd be, let's say, the photography or videography, but I would assume that there would probably be audio. You know. There'd be conversations on the phone, things like that. That is something that I do think is as a possibility, probably would be more of a reality. But what he kind of described was an ongoing situation where there was photos exchanged on both parties. That so him so him receiving it when she was under age of 18 and him sending
Between who?
Between Chris and Faith.
Oh, the creep okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that was
so. My question was that if so Matt Vickers in a tweet said that she was 16 when she sent nude photos to him when he was 21, and he confirmed that. So, yeah, he's a pedo. Like, it didn't even, you know, the whole time I've sort of been thinking about this guy. I wasn't even thinking about that fact until until he was here, and I was like, "Fuck, I should ask him about that."
You can see you can clearly see the fact that he's an idiot and that something is really wrong with him, simply by the fact that he didn't fuck off and leave the internet when the tape was released. That was his moment to leave if he was any kind of normal person.
I understand that. I understand that mentality. But just to offer a counterpoint to that, there comes a time when, you know, you maybe want, like, he felt like fucked over, and maybe he just wanted to get answers, and he thought if he stuck around, maybe he would get them, you know, because like he was still going to her, I think, Storyfire page and posting comments and everything. I mean, the thing is, at the time, is like everyone's, you know, he's a brokenhearted guy. This is a bad situation.
I don't care. All he does at this point is take heat off the gun.
At this point, I don't disagree. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, I really went into this I went into this today with just wanting, you know, Ear Juice, you and I were talking about it. I was just like, I just want to have a conversation. I just want to go over those DMs. I want to talk about the timeline of events. And then the more I was thinking about it, the more I'm like, let me get more information about like their relationship, because I feel it's pertinent to the story. But I honestly I never really, it felt more innocent than nefarious in my mind. And so that's kind of, it's like, that's throwing me off. Like, it's throwing me off. Like, it's fucking wild. This is fucking wild.
What I read when I woke up is that Faith is back with the Gaunt, that she was released out of hospital and went straight back to Gaunt instead of her family.
Yes.
So,
yep. So I think that she had to be released by someone from the hospital, and he was the one to do it. And she explicitly told the doctors to make no contact or not to actually tell the parents anything, so they didn't even know what was happening. And then Ralph went and got her out of the hospital. Yes, so that's happened. Yeah, and the family's been cut off again after they paid for a plane ticket down there. But yeah, no. Okay, so with this Chris guy, I went before he did the stream that went big. Like, I know that he was PPP was going to have him on, but then he went and did his own stream instead. Luckily, he did. Otherwise, we probably would have never have gotten that sex tape. But I always thought that he was, because from what I had heard about him, I believe the creepy psycho story thing, as I was saying to him when he came on. And so I always thought that he had all these alt accounts and he was going around stalking Faith. So I never really considered the fact that he was actually, like everything he's been saying is true. But then when you think about that, he was having a relationship with Faith when she was underage. And that was, who knows, there was definitely photos being sent. Who knows what else? I mean, fuck. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy at all. I don't like him at all.
Well, of course not. How could you?
No, I'm just saying. At first, he seemed to be a spurned ex-boyfriend. Now he just looks like a really, really weird creep. He's the kind of guy I would avoid.
It's one of those things where, like, I know he says he wants to be honest, and I appreciate that. I think we all appreciate that. But I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I almost feel because, well, I've heard, and I didn't ask him this, and I maybe should have asked him this, but there's been some rumors circulating around that's like he's into humiliation fetish, right? And so, like, what greater, in some aspects, what greater humiliation could there be than admitting that you accepted underage photography of a girl, Like, because then it makes everyone like hate you. You're humiliated for your actions. And like, what if that's like the kink?
Oh, God damn it, Matt. I don't want to think about that.
Well, it's, I'm just saying, it's like, there's, like, I don't know, man. Like, how deeply rooted is this situation? Like, I agree with Kraut. Like, I felt for this kid, dude. I fucking felt for this guy. Like,
I feel more for the father now. I don't feel.
Oh yeah, I feel for the
him
dad
anymore at this point.
Yeah,
I think he should just fuck off, because all that this dumb ass is going to do. First off, as I said before, he's going to take heat off the gun, even though the gun should be fried right now. And second, he's going to be the new cudgel of the gun. Like, you wiggled yourself out of from beneath the gun. I wiggled myself out from beneath the gun a year ago. Now Ralph has some other spurk to just fist under his gun and stay there and have as a cartoon villain of his fucking show. I don't want that. He should be stewing in his fucking gun juices while everyone just puts an extra lens on him to call him out. And this stupid fucking kid is putting the pressure off the gun. Like, I do believe that this bullshit is really just a few steps away from finally fucking being over. I think Ralph, he fucked up to such an extent, there's a possibility that he might actually go to jail again. And I mean, you all know I hate him. I hate the gun. And I hope that this story ends. I really do hope that the story ends.
Yeah, man, like, like, God damn it, fuck me. Why you don't take child pornography. I fucking said, I don't like the term. I don't like to use it very often. But I would argue in this case, it's like, it is underage nudity. It is underage nudity. It's a fucking huge problem. And, God fucking damn it, man. God damn it.
So because when you think about it, that whole relationship, like, a lot of that relationship, she was probably underage at the time. Fuck, it didn't even, it's once you started breaking it all down, because I didn't even think the relationship was real. I didn't even think about the fact of how old he was. Yeah, and then fucking hell, what a creep. I don't care. Like, yeah, okay, you guys hate the gun, and I mean, I kind of do, I guess. And he's dating teens, and that needs to be called out. I think the important part is that, though, is this guy is creepy, and fuck it, he needs, like, it really doesn't matter to me if you're creepy, if you're doing the wrong fucking thing, if you've been receiving fucking pics from underage girls, and then you need to be called out as well. So
the guy can go down with the gun for all that I care. I just don't like how he's taking heat off the gun.
I understand what you mean. It's just bad optics. Yeah, that's all it is. It just, it's not
well,
good.
it is on
That's
that front. Yeah, it is bad optics on that fucking front. And at the same time, crimes were committed. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I don't know what the statute of limitations on that is. I haven't looked it up. I'm not. I just I don't want to think about the statute of limitations on that shit. Obviously, Chris has got issues. Obviously, he's got problems. And at this point, I'm like, fuck. I agree with you, Craig. He should leave the web, get legal fucking advice, and go get fucking therapy, dude. Like, go to therapy and shit. Like, get that shit sorted the fuck out. Like, it's it's like when you're there's a great line I heard about, like, not everything is clear like when you have an erection. You know what I mean? And I'm paraphrasing a line, but it's like people do dumb things when they're horny, and like that is not absolving anyone of anything, but it's like people need to get that shit in fucking check. It's not an excuse. It's not a reason. It's just like that doesn't work.
I don't know if you saw this, Matt. I wanted to bring this up to you. When I woke up about an hour ago, I checked my DMs and someone sent me an image from Ralph's Twitter feeds. Ralph is now retweeting Vouch, and you know Vouch. Vouch constantly slips into the DMs of any woman that joins his Discord, and he managed to hit up on some 16-year-old boy. Which is embarrassing for him, and he's on Twitter defending himself again from an accusation like this. And the reason I'm bringing this up is Ralph is retweeting Vouch defending himself. That's how desperate the gunt is.
What?
That he's now retweeting anyone.
Can these fucking people, like, can you fucking keep it in your goddamn pants? Like, can you not fucking go into the DMs of these fucking of these people when you? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ! There's so much free porn to watch. There's so much free porn to watch. Fuck, man. Like, I had one instance a couple years ago. This girl hits me up out of the blue. And she's like, you want to come smoke weed with me? And I'm like, no, I don't think my girlfriend would like that. And I fucking blocked her and moved on with my life. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, these people.
But I a big podcast man. Come suck my dick.
Yeah. Oh, have you ever heard of Monday Matt?
Internet show. I am internet famous. Oh my God.
Jesus. Yeah,
I think I told you this before, that when I started my YouTube, when I had like 60,000 subscribers, and when I was still in a really stupid mindset about it all, I actually hit on a girl in college, telling her that. And then when she asked me what I do for a living, I said, yeah, I run a YouTube channel. And what did she say to me? She said, that's gay. Why don't you get a real job? And I haven't done it since.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard explaining YouTube to people.
I'm in a room with two people that have used YouTube as a career. See, I haven't done that. So.
Yeah.
Well, I work. I have a construction job now. I have a construction job now.
So, no, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
I deliver people's food, so it's it is what it is, man. I don't mind it. Like I ain't against it and shit. It's fucking like it's cool. It's man. Like,
you guys loved it. You guys love that internet money. I saw you the other night, Matt Jarbo, talking about how great it was. Getting out of bed at 5:30, no pants on.
No, I'd get up around 11 in the morning, but I wouldn't put pants on till 5:30. Right? It was a very, very chill bohemian life. Like I had my girlfriend was at work. I was just there with the cats. I'm like watching movies, playing video games and shit, and then going like, all right, time to go yell about shit on the internet, make $500 today. Yeah, good money, but it's like you're looking back on it, it was not even like it's not even creative and shit. Like that's what I laugh about. Like a lot of the people that because I've heard the like the reading the news article on stream. I kind of popularized that. I'll take it. I'll swear to like I started doing it early 2016 and then everyone started doing it after that. And I'm just laughing because I'm all like, man, I'm lazy, but you fuckers copied me. Shit.
Yeah, true. What really gets me and pisses me off is just that these days everyone just starts the video with a, if you like my channel, go buy some Grift VPN. It's just every fucking video by everyone out there right now. It's just like this grifting for the most gross scams that you could possibly get as a sponsorship. I don't get people who do it.
All I'm saying is if Raid Shadow Legends like hits me up and they're like, we want to sponsor you, I'm like, I want to put a down payment on a new car. So I'm doing it. You know.
Yeah,
like-
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm with Matt. I'm gonna totally chill out when I get my clout levels up there.
Well, I will say this. I will say this though.
I
If
would
Candid
never-
ever
I would
comes to
never do
you,
that.
if Candid ever comes back, do not do Candid.
Oh,
I
you
got an
love
offer.
that, man.
I've got.
Oh, dude. No. Come on, Matt. That's you were the one that was going around and being like their muscle and
No,
bullying other
I wasn't.
people.
No. I went after Harmful Opinions because Harmful Opinions threw me and Shu under a bus. Who was going around and being the muscle was fucking Armored Skeptic. When he came out and he said the line, this app is a skeptic or Armored Skeptic approved or whatever the fuck he said. Like, he was getting paid money, like, as far as I know, and I've only heard the rumors. I have no confirmation of this. But, like, I did one video with them, and they paid me, like, I think it was, like, $2,000 is what they paid me for that video. And I'm on with, it's been 4 years. The NDA ended after 2, so I'm fine. And so it's like, they paid me $2,000 for that, and that was a low end. And they were like, people were saying, like, TJ Kirk was getting paid, like, $10,000 to go make a video. I know Candy
Dude, let me you know that I'm making a video about the Raid scam legends.
Yeah,
shit.
I know you are. I know. That's why I made that joke. That's why I made that joke, crowd.
I talked to someone who has 800,000 subscribers who did the sponsorship for Raid. He got $50,000 for one advert.
Wow.
Yes, for one
Look,
advert. And the amazing thing about it was they wrote the script for the ad for him. Like, that's everyone I talked to as research told me, like, yeah, the script was written for us. They gave us the gameplay footage. The only requirement was that 8% of the gameplay footage used had to be by us. And they do it through a third-party financial contractor, a business that has its seats in St. Petersburg in Russia. So it's all just shady as fuck. And yeah, and by the way, you probably noticed this yourself. Jeremy from the Quartering did like 5 ads for Raid, and right around that time, he bought himself a plane, a fucking plane.
Well,
That's
I think
how much
his
money he made.
From my understanding on that plane thing, like that was he placed it off like it was his wife's plane, like if she bought a small Cessna. That's what I had heard. I don't pay much attention to the Quartering, but like I saw that floating around on Twitter where he like bought himself a fucking plane.
He bought it as a gift or something, and then he doesn't have to pay tax.
There we go. I bought it for my wife. My beautiful wife who she wants to fucking fly a plane. It's fucking like it's Milwaukee. Okay, fine.
Oh, dude, no, I need more clout. Fuck this. I'm gonna fully fill out that Raid Shadow Legends when I get that.
No, I'm gonna call out.
And then start talking about
the people who sponsored this shit. I need to call out the people who sponsored this shit because I'm really upset about this.
You can call me
am
out.
genuinely.
I'll just I'll put my money. I'll just have all these bills, and I'll just like shower myself, and I'll be like, crowd, check out my shill money. You can give me as much shit as you want. I want to buy a plane.
I would totally fucking buy a plane. I mean, like, I would totally buy a plane if I got to a point where they're like, we'll pay you $50,000 to make a video. It's like, I mean, those videos are easy to make. They're like super easy to make. It's like the easiest $50,000 ever. I'd be like, okay, I'll do it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll pay off my house. I'll fucking buy a new car. Like,
it's exactly what I won't do. If I ever get the money to like, if I ever get my hands on a lot of money, what I'm gonna do is pay Jeremy to make some kind of paid advert for some bullshit. I don't know. Yeah, for Anita Sarkeesian or something like that. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh man, that'd be pretty fucking funny. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
We should do like a GoFundMe to like get money to make a fake to get someone to read out a fake thing. They were cotton onto it though too quick. You'd have to like be like, oh, it's someone.
They would catch on to it for the start. They would catch like if I had that money, I would email Quartering. So how much money for you to be my little fucking slut? How much? Is 50K enough for you to be my little bitch, Jeremy? Because
now we know it gets crowd off. How much to be my little slut? Someone's gonna clip that out, dude. Someone's gonna clip that out.
It's how I see it. If you take money from some shady fucking company to suck their dick, you're just a little fucking slut. That's all you are.
Yeah.
That's all you are.
It is true. I think the candid especially, because that was fucking.
That got
you're talking about people
Yeah.
that were free speech, and they're shilling out Candid, and Candid seemed to be creating a software and AI that was totally against what they actually stood for.
Well, after the controversy came out, I did email them and I said, I'm not working with you guys again. Because they had actually wanted me to do another video. And I was like, I'm done. Like, it's not worth it and everything. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm seeing like Armored Skeptic and a bunch of other fucking people still dropping all these Candid videos despite the controversy. And it's like, and I'm just like, okay. Like, and the only reason why I kept getting brought up on it is because I went after harmful opinions over it. And and I even said, like, the whole point of that was like, he never gave anyone the benefit of the doubt. It was just this like this constant or this instant, like attack of like, oh, you just like you sold out your audience and shit. And it felt like I don't like to use the term. I don't. Well, that's the truth of it. Like, I've talked to Bindu Reddy, and and like she explained things to me that were trying to be like what they were, I think, trying to do, or maybe they're trying to do some PR shit. But like at one point I was actually approached, I forget by who, but I was approached by like a third party. It was like some guy with a squirrel with a fedora hat avatar. I forget his name. And he hits me up and he goes like, hey, Bindu Reddy wants to do a live stream with you. And she'll pay you to host the live stream talking about Candid. And I'm like, all right, like, what's the offer? And he goes like, well, she just wants to like, is like, do you like, are you okay with that? I was like, well, yeah, if I'm being paid to host it, I'm fine with that. But here's my conditions. Like, it's got to be open. It's got to be there's got to be actual Candid employees in the chat answering questions, and she's got to answer questions. I'm like, make this as legit as humanly possible. And then then he never got back to me on it. And then she went on with Bearing like a week later to discuss it. So I don't know if that same deal was made to Bearing. I have no idea. I've never asked. I'm not accusing of anything. I just found the timing.
No. The deals are almost always different. Like,
yeah, no, the deals were definitely different.
I talked to 5 people who got deals with Raid Shadow Legends, and every single one of them was approached by a different shell company with a differently written contract, having the same agreement in it, but differently written, different people. There's this, I can send you a link to it if you want. Like, one commonality that I found is like, there's this weird set of weird Russian businesses where the employees are all apparently women, but it's pretty obvious that the pictures of them are just snatched from random models on the internet. So like, and they hire basically these women with fake pictures of attractive women. So it's probably some babushka from Smolensk who's doing the calls, and they call these random guys on the internet as kind of an advertising strategy. Like, there's specialized advertising companies in weird countries that specialize in getting guys on the hook to promote their bullshit. And if you look at the profit margins, I showed you this, that the company, what's its name again? Aristocrat Leisure, that profits from Raid Shadow Legends, they made 1.5 billion in profits in digital sales from online casino sales throughout the last year. 1.5 billion with a B. That means the money, like even the $50,000 that one of the guys I talked to received, is far too little, because the advertising that you do in social media, because we have an interpersonal relationship with our audience, so we can, frankly, a YouTuber can get his audience far easier to buy some random bullshit than any other celebrity. So we are actually worth far more. Like, you could demand $200,000 for making such an advert. Yeah, I think I showed you this one as well from the paper that I got from the. I don't think I told you, just I called Aristocrat Leisure the company, right? And I pretended to be a London City investment banker from Lloyd's, and that I wanted to have an investment presentation, and they sent me all these portfolios with like what their business structure is and what they do, and presentations, and they showed in their advertising presentation how they have a department at the company that makes memes. Like, they literally hire people to make memes about Raid Shadow Legends, and then they send these memes, they pay popular Facebook accounts to post those memes that the company made.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in going viral through memes. Like there really is. Like there's a lot of Instagram influencers, and I fucking hate that term, but there's a lot of Instagram influencers that do that. They get paid to like post memes. They get paid quite a fair amount to go out there, and they don't always, disclose that shit. In America, you have to, but like in Europe, you don't. Like in the UK, you don't have to. The laws are completely different there, so it's like, not knowing where this is coming from is a big issue, and a lot of these companies will put money into they put them into smaller influencers, like mid-tier, right? Like not necessarily big time, but they'll do mid-tier, because mid-tier or low tier will have a much stronger connection with that smaller audience and have a larger influence over them in order to then show these products. And they do it for like pennies on the dollar, because they don't put that value, because they view the size of their channel as being too small. But they'll take the money because they want the money.
By the way, the office of the company that makes the memes is supposedly in London, right? It's supposed to be a company with like 30 employees, but the office is in a building block in London, in a 2-bedroom apartment. Like, how the fuck does that even work? This is sick.
Probably
It doesn't
just
make
a
any
fax
sense.
machine or something in the
Yeah.
computer.
It's
But
all great.
I can't speak about influence or anything, but there was one time, the only thing I've ever tried shilling was Cog Cucked in a Wall t-shirts. And I like put it into 2 videos, and I don't have a big reach, but I sold 20 of the things, or 20 like overall merch products of this picture of Cog being cucked in a wall. I think he was getting raped by Dispatch as well, but yeah, so people are walking around with these t-shirts with Cog stuck in a wall. Just because I said, hey, you should buy these are funny. I sort of did it as a joke, though. So
I have a feeling people made some T-shirts about me that sold. I don't know how many of them sold, but there were some joke T-shirts made about me. I know
I was
Drummer
surprised. I
bought
was
one.
like, yeah. Oh, well, I was surprised. Yeah, he bought the Matt No one.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so surprised. I was like doing it as a big joke. And then they actually sold. I was like, really? People want
Wait, did you make the Matt No T-shirt?
No. That was
Oh,
done
okay.
by that was Ralph that sold that.
Yeah,
Matt
that was
No.
that's what I
And
thought. That
did
was
Cog Cucked in the Wall. It was just to give shit to Cog because I don't know. It was
Doesn't
something
Ralph
about.
sometimes just
He said that I could
steal
make
shit?
money or numbers out of his because his name sells. So I said, oh, okay, well, here I'll go do this. It'll be funny. As a big joke, I paid Cog I think I made like not that much because I didn't put much profit on it. And I sent Cog the donations. Yeah, so.
Like, I made this shirt. Here, you can have the money for it. There you go. I
Well,
mean,
it was the
that's
point.
funny.
Yeah, it was just proving the point. Yeah.
Sure, sure. I
was
think
trying to
people
be a dick. I was being
Well,
a dick. So.
People will laugh if the locale is funny enough, like in certain circles. You know what I mean? Like someone will eventually sell like, like a Gunt T-shirt, or they'll do something like that where like
that
certain
is available.
That is isn't there like a Gunt like throw pillow or something, or there's
Gunt leggings. So the whole leggings is just these Gunts all put together. Yeah, it's like this orange sort of mess.
Oh, my
You wouldn't
favorite
be
is
able
the
to
fanny
tell.
pack.
The
My
fanny
favorite
pack.
is the fanny pack. Yeah.
I would buy that
that's
fanny
great.
pack. I would actually legitimately get that fanny pack just for shits and grins. That would be fucking funny.
I ordered the cap from some tailor in Thailand with like 5 stars of David on it, a black cap with 5 white stars and David, and 1
people
grayed
buy it.
out.
People
No,
buy it.
I'm not.
The
I bought 2 of these for myself, and I'm gonna give one of them as a gift to PPP when I meet him. But the thing about it is, the gym caps, right? They cost $29 if you buy them on Teespring. The cap I ordered with just the stars printed on them from some tailor in Thailand, 2 caps, $17. Like, people don't realize that you could just order this shit yourself from some random Asian tailor.
But Jim needs
textile
those
producer.
shekels. You're not giving Jim those shekels, though, Kraut. God damn it.
Yeah, you need to give them those shekels. But
I
I
don't
know
know.
you can totally
the
drop
only
ship
thing
all
I'm
that
gonna
shit
sell
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I'm going to sell out again is the Daft Gunt album at the end of the year, which will have you, Matt Jarbo, on there.
Yeah,
said you're
yeah,
gonna do
I'll do
I'll
it.
need to
So yeah, I'll do it. Because Kraut knows me at this point well enough to know that I have no problem laughing at myself. And one of the things is, so MC. So I guess we'll say there's like a good amount of people watching right now. I think we still have 132 people watching. So Better Than Me came out earlier this week, which was a an MC Jarbo song. And at some point in the near future, we'll do it soon. I'm going to be actually rapping those lyrics myself. And
you can change them if you want.
I am going to change a couple of them, because I'll have to spend time trying to find a decent bar, because the one that I hate the most is because it does that whole thing with the church shit, which is fucking annoying still. But it's a good line. It's a really good bar, which I like the bar and I can laugh at myself, but I also don't want to like push that myself. So that's where I'm at. Like I got to figure out how to like rework it to where it still has the same kind of biting effect, but just doesn't paint me in this absolute horrible light. But yeah, so I will be doing an MC Jarbo track.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and make me some coffee.
All right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap
Rand,
this up here in a
it's
second.
great that you stopped drinking, Rand. I'm really, really good for you.
You're all Jews. You're all doing this.
I'll see you later, man.
Have a good one. I'll see you later, Crowd. Thanks for coming on, buddy. Oh,
Thank you, man.
Yeah, because so and then I'm gonna do a remix of it, because the problem is that song, the backing song for Better Than Me, you see it has the producer's name. It's a licensed song. So the problem is we have to repay for the license, or Jabba the Hutt or someone would have to repay for it. So I'm looking into remixing it or doing a different version, but try and make it sound the same, because you don't want to put it out as Better Than Me and then it not sound like Better Than Me. So
I think when that does drop, a lot of people are gonna fucking lose their minds over it, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be good. Yeah,
I think people are
and
gonna
then
laugh.
it's going on Jabba the Hutt's channel.
Yeah, and that will break some fucking heads. I think that'll break some minds. Like, oh my god, and it's like, look, I have no. I think it's funny. That track was funny, and I want to we'll play it up as a joke, because why the fuck not? Like, I'll just laugh at myself a bit, and people have this weird idea of me anyway that I'm like this super serious guy, but like I really find a lot of that shit to be fucking funny, like that's just me as a person. But yeah, we'll do it. And then you said what? It's a Christmas thing, right? Or like an end of the year thing is what you're working on?
Well, okay. So the Christmas thing is all in part thanks to you, actually, because they were saying that the Gunt posting and Daft Gunt is an old thing, while Let's Laugh at Matt and Boulderversaries is not something that's old and should still be done. So they did the Christmas album last year, which was Dick Matheson and Ralph promoted it, blah, blah, blah. So the thing, I always thought, well, okay, I've got enough Daft Gunt tracks and there's enough other people that want to work on it, that how about this year, for this Christmas, we have the Daft Gunt album. So that it's not just Christmas songs about Monday Matt, it's going to be Gunt songs that people actually want to listen to, because it's got that Gunt Wave VO, and it'll be released around Christmas. So it'll be all the Daft Gunt classics, some of them redone, and then one or two new songs. There's a song by SPCC going on there. There's some Gunt Step going on there, and then there's all the Daft Gunt songs plus some more that have been made at the moment. So. And then your song.
Yeah, and I mean, people were like, it's kind of funny because in the last year there's been like 2 albums made about me, so that's got to be something.
I know.
Something to kind of like, I don't know if I want to say write home about, but definitely chuckle at, like when I talk to people about because I'll talk to friends of mine that will hear about the Boulder incident, and like the people who aren't connected, like they'll hear about it through like, whatever. And then they'll be like, oh my God, like what happened? So I'll kind of like run through some of the things that happened. I'm like, and then there was like 2 fucking music albums made about me after the fact. And they're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, people made music about me. 2 albums. Like, this is the world. This is my life. This is my timeline. But 2020, I think, is going to get a lot more fucking wild before it gets any better. And tonight, you never know what's going to happen on Boulder Talk Radio. If I'm gonna rip a line off of the kill stream, tonight was definitely a bit wild. Not what I expected. Holy goddamn shit, not what I expected. But I am definitely going to wrap this thing up, because I've got to get up early in the morning. And
no, all good. Yeah. Well, I think we should we're disavowing Chris.
Disavowing Chris. Yeah.
That's no good. Whatever happened there.
no,
Oh,
no.
and SPCC, I'm not sure what happened to him, but if you didn't know Raul or whatever, he does make music as well.
Oh,
He
okay.
did, yeah. So he's done a few songs. So he's done Guntwave stuff before. So one of those Guntwave songs is going on the album. Yeah.
Well, there we go. I think that could be what puts Ralph over the edge. Is I don't think he'd be able. I think it will crush him like Ralph Wiggum, because according to Aid, when he kept replaying his bit on the MC Jarbo track, and then and then all of a sudden there's a track making fun of him. That's actually me. That's produced by you guys. I mean, play that shit on repeat, bitch. That's fucking funny to me, dude. That's one of the reasons why I'm just laughing so hard at that. It's like, fuck it. Why not? Let's have fun. Fuck it. Screw it. Shit.
Well,
All right.
that's why you got to do it. Yeah, it's sort of like the ultimate fuck you is that within 1 year you go from a Christmas album about you to being on the Daft Guns album at Christmas time. That's why it's the perfect comeback. Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, all right, man. Well, hey, I'm gonna let you go. I'm just gonna check out with the chat here for a hot second, and then I'm gonna close this thing out because I got to get to bed. But
good.
I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much to everyone that came on tonight. Thank you. I'm gonna say thank you to Chris, even though I disavow, but thank you for coming on. This has been one fucking hell of a goddamn night, one hell of a fucking week, and the year ain't even fucking over yet. So, thank you to everyone for cruising on into Boulder Talk Radio. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. I have fun doing this. It's a lot of fun for me just to kind of talk with you guys and get it out there. So, have a good one, everyone, and fuck, peace the